Xbox. Xbox. Xbox.
Xbox.
Xbox. Xbox. Xbox. Xbox. Xbox. Xbox. Xbox.
Xbox.
Xbox.
Xbox.
Xbox. Xbox. Xbox.
Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass. Keep adding games to my backlog. They say it got no games, man. Don't know what they saying. I just think they hating. Stuck on that PlayStation. Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. It has 300 plus for only 15 bucks. Bug stacks, Hades, even Among Us. 120 frames on that Psycho Nuts. Got games, niche games like Cluster Truck. No space on that SSD. No space. Day one on that MLB. Them ponies pay 7D. Can't believe the money that is saving me. It got Halo, Fable, and a little indie game called Sable. Man, I'm thankful that I'm able to put food on the table with Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass. Keep adding games to my backlog. They say it got no games, man. Don't know what they saying. I just think they hating. Stuck on that PlayStation. Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Hey yo, we eating good, like Garfield. Backlog full of battlefields, and I can't wait for that Starfield. Game Pass, such a deal. And we got that Call of Duty, mix that in with Trek to Yomi. Will not have no time for booty, trying to start that zombie army. And I hardly spent a dime. So many games and not enough time. We got Forza, Motorsport, Deathloop, and Elder Scrolls, Redfall, Avowed, Hellblade, and Somerville. Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass. Keep adding games to my backlog. They say it got no games, man. Don't know what they saying. I just think they hating. Stuck on that PlayStation. Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox.
If you're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms.
Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Hold on a second. Okay, I gotta change something. The chat can't. Okay, hold on.
Smooth, I hope you're ready today.
Yeah, I'm ready for whatever. But hey, I never said I think they were gonna have a great show. So
Actually, you kind of did. You said you were excited. It's going to be good. We're going to see bangers. And I was like, yep, it's going to suck. Because Smooth said it was going to be good.
I didn't say that. You asked me, I never answered your question.
Because you knew better. But that's what you were thinking.
Got it on my PC and my Xbox.
Game Pass. Game Pass.
Man, that boy made a banger, didn't he?
You wild for that one. I can't co-sign y'all though with the negativity. I'm gonna say that showcase was good to me today. I give it an 8, like I was telling Smooth before y'all.
Hey man, that is your right. That is your right.
I mean, I'm not negative or anything like that. I mean, I got some highs, some lows. I mean, just I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Everybody's opinion is opinion. You can chop it up. It is what it is. By the way, BG, is that a baby with guns strapped to his back?
Yes, sir. That's been my logo since I feel like since 2013.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what is that? Some pirate boots? What is that?
No, that's some regular boots. I mean, people always said I used to cry a lot in my gameplay, so I was like, I just told somebody, yeah, I was like, listen, make me a baby logo, a brown skin baby, and I ran with it. Fits perfectly. So
yeah. That's a cool logo.
Hey man,
BG, you a troll though.
What I do?
You just got some asshole tendencies. it's like you was how can I've never if I could see somebody root hoping that the show is horrible, you are the prime example. I've seen some of your snippets, dude.
I literally said I wish the show was good at the very beginning of my stream. I predicted the show would be an 8. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give them full benefit of the doubt and believe in them, and I said I'm gonna give them an 8.
Can you guys hear me or no?
Oh,
yeah, we can hear you.
You low.
How you doing, Blandrew?
How's it going, Smooth?
Thank you. I'm expecting a lot from you, dude.
Blandry's back finally.
Yeah.
How are we doing now? Is this better? Or?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you good.
Thank you for blessing us with your time one of these weeks, Blandrew.
I know. We were thinking about bringing Jimmy back.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
time out of work just to make this.
Jimmy put out a, speak of Jimmy put out a live stream last week. It was pretty good. I still watch him.
Shout out to Jimmy, yeah. Hey, man.
Surprised he's never made any guest appearances.
Jimmy could definitely come back. We're going to get him back on one of these weeks. We're going to get him back. Man, what a last 2 weeks it's been. What a day it's been for gaming.
I mean, I'm very disappointed because here's the thing. These Xbox showcases, I mean, they should be good for PC too, but, you know, even if you're not an Xbox gamer, if you're a PC gamer, that shit didn't do nothing for you.
Well,
yeah. Oh, man.
I got a lot to say, so and you want to get Bond on 12 today, so
okay,
I got jokes for you today, Smooth.
Did you actually watch it live today, or?
I watched a combination. Well, you weren't in the chat. It was BG sleeping, Jack being underwhelmed, and Hard 8 just having enough. Let's be real. Like I saw a tweet that BG typed in as like, how many times as an Xbox fan can you be disappointed? And people are comparing it to Sonic fans. You know, I don't know why Sonic even has fans. Y'all get disappointed. You know what being an Xbox fan is like? I'm going to tell you right now. Being an Xbox fan is the equivalent of a sexless marriage.
No, man. No buns.
You gotta pay the bills. You gotta clean. You gotta cook. You got responsibilities. At the end of the day, what do you get? Nothing.
No ass.
No cheeks.
Not even a crumb.
No, not even a hand job.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
I'm not sure I co-sign that nonsense you just said, my boy.
I mean, you tell me. I mean,
I can tell you.
I've been telling these people that, and Jack will tell you. Jack is like my personal encyclopedia. He's like the Black Bond historian.
Yes, sir.
I've been saying that Xbox fans have been in wait mode since 2013. And now I heard Xbox Uni say, oh, I'm disappointed, yet I give it a 7.5. 7.5 is pretty good for a disappointment.
7.5 and then, is really good for a disappointment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then he said, well, we're just going to wait till 2023. 2023 is going to be fire. That means Xbox fans has been waiting for a legitimate decade.
I will give you that whole wait till next year thing got to go away. I agree. But I'll say this though, from what we get in this year and in the next 12 months, I'm good, man.
Wait, Urban, are you an Xbox fan or
Umbra?
This does mean Urban.
Wait, what's your name?
See, that school system again. That
says Umbra. That says Umbra.
Oh, Umbra.
He said Urban. He said Urban. Urban Outfitters. What up?
So hold on, what you good with about like?
Oh, can we do the intros first? And then we can get right into it. All right. Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 324. Glad all of you are joining us. Please hit that like button. We are on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, all your favorite audio, live streaming platforms. If you want to support us, you can support us on the Patreon. Link is in the description for that. Or by hitting the join button and becoming a channel member. Either one of those will give you access to the Discord. Also, Weapon Wheel After Dark is very entertaining. You can subscribe to that on the Patreon. That's like an extra podcast every Sunday that we're here. You can ask us questions. Oh, that just reminded me. I did not put up the Patreon for y'all, the post for y'all to ask us questions. So I'll do that right now while everybody else gives their intro. And if you want to submit a video to be featured during the podcast, the link is in the description for that. You can just drag and drop your gameplay right in there, and it will be featured on the podcast. Let's get to these intros. Start off with our guests. First time on the show, Umbra. Go ahead and plug yourself. Tell the people who you are.
Yeah, BG, thank you for having me, brother. I got to say, I'm looking at your UI for your YouTube video, man. It looks really solid. You did a good job with that.
Thank you. I pay people for everything.
You pay? Oh, you didn't do it yourself?
Oh, I'm terrible when it comes to designing anything. I'm garbage.
You know what the problem with the UI is?
What is it?
You see how the Twitter names go in alphabetical order? They're supposed to go in alphabetical order, but for some reason, I'm not at the top.
No,
and I feel like that's intentional.
Well, maybe the host should be at the top, right? I think the host should be at the top.
I'm just saying, it looks in alphabetical order. B, Black Bond, Blandrew, Jack, B, J, K.
Yeah.
But how did BR go for BL?
You got the OCD thing going right now.
What happened, BJ?
I pulled a little bit of rank. I ain't gonna lie to you, and let me put myself at the top. I ain't gonna lie.
No, but yeah, thank you for having me, brother. And just looking to chop it up with you guys, and and even the chat, I can't comment apparently because it's subscriber mode only. But hey,
that's just for a minute. You just got to be subscribed for a minute. That's just to keep all the bots out, like the there's like a whole bunch of spamming bots. Yeah.
Right. Come and visit me at XXX such and such. I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but no, thank you for having me. Like I said, you probably find me on you'll find me on Twitter under Infinite Umbra Infinite if you all are not new, or you are new to me rather.
Okay. Smooth.
What's up, everybody? It is the best bot, KidSmoove. I'm all right.
Damn. Man, sound defeated.
I'm all right, he says. Okay. Good intro. Jack.
Hey, what's good? What's popping, man? Hey, man, I'm happy, man. The past 2 weeks, like BG said, we had a lot of gaming announcements, a lot of games coming out, man. I think the drought is over, people. All right? Good games are on the way, all right?
If you got a PlayStation or a Switch or a PC.
You know that.
Yes,
sir. I think that's kind of stupid, but okay.
I mean, I think it's stupid too that Xbox don't come out with games. What can we do?
We're playing 92% of the same games, but okay.
And yeah, 8% is
the other 8%
thing.
is trash. But
yeah, well, when people are playing God of War and Xbox ain't playing nothing.
They got games coming out later this year. That was announced today. Yes, they got some stuff, man.
You ain't seen Scorn, brother? Hold on. Watch
this man say y'all playing God of War. What, 2018?
No, God of War Ragnarok, dog.
How you playing it now? It ain't out.
No, I'm just saying it's coming out this year. I'm saying what's Xbox playing this year?
Plenty. You didn't see all those games announced today? We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it.
We're gonna get into it.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Blandrew.
Thanks for letting me be on the podcast today, BG. I greatly appreciate it.
Don't word like I banned you or something. You weren't showing up.
I was working on climbing the ranks at the job, so I've been working.
Congratulations.
Well,
Thank you.
You ain't climbing the ranks at Weapon Wheel.
Oh no, not for sure. But I've been playing a lot of my PlayStation and my Xbox lately. I just recently did a lot of platinum games, and I'm working on Death Stranding right now, of all things. I'm coming around to that game.
Wait, you're playing platinum games or getting platinums in games?
No, playing. I beat Vanquish. What else did I play?
That's what you chose to do with your free time, bro?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right.
I'm
playing some 360 games on the Series X right now.
I hate platinum games more than Jack now.
Hey, man.
Because apparently saying platinum games isn't a legendary developer is a bannable offense.
Oh yeah, you did get banned for that. Oh shit.
Come on, man. Banned.
Oh, you got banned from the irregular community. That wasn't platinum.
Shout out to a regular month, everybody.
Oh my God. Yeah, you gonna get us. This man just called it a regular month.
Wait. Let me ask you guys something, right?
Oh, here we go. What's up?
Did you guys know what Juneteenth was until last year?
Yes. We've been knew what Juneteenth was, sir.
I was so confused. People were so disappointed around me that I didn't know what Juneteenth was.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Trying to make it
you can add us to that.
I mean, you don't need to celebrate if you don't want to, Blanger, but you should know what it is.
You should know what it is years ago. Like, I mean, when did I learn
never,
about
no,
Juneteenth?
I never
Just
learned
not
about
putting
that
it in like more
I mean,
emphasis on it recently.
even white girls be asking me, what am I doing for Juneteenth?
I'm gonna say I knew about it probably back in 2018. I mean, yeah, 2018, about that time, approximately.
That's the first time I ever heard that term, like last year. Oh, okay.
Let me get my intro in. I'm hyped for today. It's going to be a good week. We moving on Wednesday. Regular videos will be coming out soon. You have to be roast. I got a laundry list of roast videos and videos to catch up on and make. I can't wait to be back in a good spot with a desktop, not this jiggy top. I don't know how Jack be doing it. Summer's here. Everybody's doing good. You know, we got beaches, boats, warm weather, girls. I hope you guys are in shape. I mean, everything in life right now is great except for Xbox, unfortunately. I mean,
oh, brother,
you can't have it all, right, Jack? Like, can't have, like, you know, I got hair, I got looks, I got height, but I don't got knees. God can't give you everything.
Oh man. All right, we going
Can't share that excitement, brother.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get some small stuff out the way before we get into the Xbox stuff, and we weren't here last week, so we're gonna tackle that stuff after the Xbox show. But the Quarry, the game came out by Supermassive Games. Jack bought it. You know, me and him are game share partners. You know, I wasn't a fan of Until Dawn. That was the last game they made, right? I think.
No, that wasn't. The last game they made was Anthology Man of Medan?
Oh yeah, never played that.
I didn't play that. No.
Yeah, so you know, I downloaded the Quarry. You know, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll like this one since I didn't like Until Dawn. Played the prologue. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good start. This is really good. And then after the prologue, they hit me with the deadly Kamehameha blast of motion blur. Literally, it was like, I don't know what the Super Saiyan God instinct, whatever they're up to, the highest level. That's how bad it was. The motion blur Kamehameha wave. It was bad. And
Does
y'all,
the PC version have the option to remove it?
No.
Oh nope, not getting it then. Fuck it.
It's crazy. I don't know how you release a game in 2022 with no option to turn off motion blur. It is absurd to me. So I couldn't play after that. After the motion blur got that bad, I was like, nope, turned it off, deleted. But Jack, how did you enjoy it? I can't play it.
Well, I just want to start off by saying that I wasn't in a rush to purchase this game, but BG seemed like he wanted to try it. So I was like, you know, game share partners, let me go ahead and cop this game for, you know, me and BG. BG's deleted the game after a few minutes, people. So now, can I get a partial refill? Like, BG, what's going on, man?
No, wait. But you're a fan of Supermassive Games, so I assume you were going to play it.
I do like. Yeah, I got other shit to play. I wasn't in a rush to get it, but I know you wanted to play it. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I get. You know what I mean? But anyway.
I thought it was a day one for you anyway. That's my bad.
Not real. I mean, I wanted to play it, but I wanted to know. I didn't, especially when I found out it was $76. Like, fuck that shit. But what's crazy? I didn't even get a chance to play it yet. I was doing something else. I was doing
$76
after taxes. Yes, sir. It was.
Hell no.
I didn't get to play
the game.
Yes.
Oh nah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even get a chance to play it because I was doing some stream requests, some paid stream requests. So I will have my thoughts next week on it. Hopefully, be able to start it tomorrow. And I haven't even fucking played it yet.
Wait, I thought a paid stream request was removed from the Patreon. Was that a personal one?
Not as personal.
Okay.
And it was Psycho, not so y'all ain't missing nothing. So there you go.
Another quick question: do we still have the 1,000 like stream requests at least? I mean, not that these people hit the like button, but you know.
I have no idea.
It's there's an unwritten rule. It's not on the Patreon, but it's an unwritten rule. Yeah, it just hasn't been done in a while.
Y'all got to hit that like button.
Yeah. So nobody else has played the Quarry, right?
No, not. I saw you talk about it in the motion blur, so I was like,
Just
let me wait till that motion blur is gone.
I watched some gameplay. People play it on YouTube. It looks interesting, but not worth. Definitely not worth $76.
$76
after taxes. Yeah, I might have because it was crazy. The one thing I didn't like about this game when I went to go purchase it, when you go on the PlayStation store, it says PS4 and PS5, right? So I'm assuming it's cross-buy, whatever. You buy one version, you get the other one, but like it's not. the way it looks, it seems like you get both versions from buying one of them, but you don't. You got to go in and read the descriptions. Like, so it is cheaper on previous generation consoles, but of course you're not gonna get all the, I guess bells and whistles with it. So, yeah,
it's a $70 game. I just
yeah.
realized that. I was like, wait, what? I thought.
Oh no, yeah, PSN charge taxes where I'm at. Yeah.
Oh, just from Canada or something.
Oh no.
Well, my bad, Jack. I hope you enjoy the game when you actually play it.
I
So
will
it's not a waste of money.
Run this topic back next week. We gonna have first impressions, man.
All right, cool.
Do you mean a review?
Yeah, it might be a review. Shit, I might probably be able to beat it.
Yeah,
you should be able to
it's 10 hours. I think it's like 10 hours long. The one other game, the only other game I think that came out in the last 2 weeks, Mario Strikers just came out, I think Friday. I only had a chance to like try it out very briefly, but Blandrew, I know you had more time. Tell us, what do you think about Mario Strikers?
This wasn't a game that I really had any intentions of picking up. Whenever the Mario sports games come out for the Switch, I'm kind of just like, I think that phase of my life of being a kid and just playing these games with my friends and family is kind of over. But Mario Strikers was my favorite of the sports games, so I decided to give it a chance. It's pretty good. It's more or less what you come to expect from a Mario Strikers game. You get your team of 4. I want to say you can pick whoever you want out of the game. There's Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, Waluigi, Wario, and Rosalina. And it feels kind of like it's lacking on content right now. It doesn't feel like there's as much stages or characters that were in the previous game on the Wii from Next Level Games. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me there, but it doesn't feel like it's quite where it was before on the Wii. But the core of the game is really good. It's, again, like what you've come to expect from Mario sports games. It's, shoot the ball into the goal. There's this thing where on the Wii, you were able to block like special attacks if they were coming at you from a certain special move, where you would aim the gyro on the TV to try and block all the balls that were coming into the net. I'm not sure if this is in this game because I haven't had the chance to be on the defensive of getting hit by a special attack, but I've been doing the first cup. It's pretty challenging. I don't know if it's, if it's just a thing where like Rosalina is amazing in this game and everybody else is just kind of whatever, but I don't know. It's whatever. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play this game, but it's all right from what I played of it. Nothing too crazy, but it's fun.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a better impression of it by next week. So, because I didn't get to play much. All right. Been a lot of gaming, events happening in the last 2 weeks. And there's also like 3 events coming up this week, I think. There's the Final Fantasy Showcase, the Capcom Showcase, and then the last one actually already happened. We don't got to talk about it. It's very sad and pitiful, I assume. The Sonic
the
Central
Showcase? Oh, okay.
No, not that one. The Sonic Central presentation. I don't know. I'm just name dropping it. I don't know what they showed, but I assumed it's not worth talking about. It happened for anybody who watched it. They got the nerve to like call what they're showing a presentation when it's just probably a whole bunch of old Sonic games or something like that. But I just want to name drop it.
There's a rumor that there's a Nintendo Direct coming this week too on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, Wednesday. Yep. Somebody leaked that.
Okay. Yeah, I look forward to
Neon White developers. They got their embargo thing leaked or something.
You guys check out the Devolver conference?
Yes.
No,
yes.
I didn't see that.
I was halfway paying attention, but I watched it though.
Yeah, it was okay. Only
Plucky Spire.
Oh, that's where that game came from? Okay.
Yeah, man, that thing looked fire.
Same thing I said, Johnny. It caught my attention heavy.
Yeah, if y'all haven't seen the Plucky Squire, go look at that gameplay. It's giving Mario and Zelda a run for its money. Have you seen it?
Is that comic book game where like you're in the room like Toy Story, but like you can come out? I think that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I like that.
It's a game inspired by games BG wouldn't play otherwise. It's got Punch Out in it. I guess there's Mario according to BG. It's got Legend of Zelda. He ain't playing out one of those games.
It looks
put
better
it on
than
anything
all...
that's not. Put it on anything that's not on a Nintendo console, and he's first in line to play it.
I definitely played Punch Out. Everybody loves Punch Out, but it looks better than most Mario and Zelda games. But that's
we got a Sonic Central person that want to come through BG. Do we need that? We need that.
Let me guess. Is it Rystar?
No, it's Von Red.
Oh, okay. He wants to quickly.
I thought you. Thought you almost said blessed, Red. I almost kicked you
Oh,
off.
okay,
No,
listen.
no, you know, I don't communicate with that.
Vaughn Red, listen, you can come in here. I will give you 3.5 minutes to talk about Sonic. We're not spending more than that amount of time on Sonic. Sonic is not don't got that type of pull.
I already got the name for Sonic, Jack. Sonic Flop Tier.
Fuck with it.
Clever.
Fuck with it.
Yo, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Good sir,
what's up,
Vaughn
bro?
Red. You have 3.5 minutes to tell us about this Sonic Central presentation.
No, don't worry. That's more time than the actual Sonic Central lasted.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, so all they did at this Sonic Central was pretty much announce merch. Confirmed Origins is coming out on like the 26th, I think. And they gave us like a 2-second teaser of an animated prologue that's going to be for Sonic Frontiers. They gave us like 13 seconds of footage for Sonic Frontiers that showed like another boss fight where he was fighting some kind of like dragon-looking enemy in the air. And that was about it. That Sonic Central was like 10 minutes long.
They showed Shadow in the new Sonic TV show.
Yeah, they showed another 5-second clip showing Shadow, the Hedgehog in Sonic Prime. They also showed Big the Cat in Sonic Prime at the Netflix Geek thing.
Did the gameplay look good to you, or
for
the Sonic
Frontiers?
Frontiers, yeah.
It looked better. I won't say it looks good.
Damn.
It
And you're a
looks
Sonic
better.
fan, right?
Yeah, I'm a Sonic fan, but BG, I got a topic about the Sonic Frontiers in general, or is this pretty much it?
Do I want to talk more?
Are you talking about
Sonic?
the IGN footage? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that and the Summer Game Fest footage that recently.
Oh, the BG, you weren't about to do this podcast without talking about Sonic Frontiers.
Oh,
were
I
you?
ain't seen the Summer
Absolutely, I
Game.
was.
I didn't
What do
see
you
the Summer
mean?
Game Fest footage.
Don't let this man talk about Sonic
Well,
Frontiers.
Rystar is in here. All
Oh,
right.
here we go. You might as well do it.
You,
No,
Rystar,
I'm
you
gonna
and
say,
Vaughn.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm
gonna give y'all both. Y'all got 4 minutes to talk about whatever Sonic.
BG,
After that,
BG,
get out of here.
BG, I'm saying this. It's nothing worth to talk about Sonic Frontiers. It's not.
Oh shit.
It's not.
All right. Well,
I was about to say, BG probably like what I got to hear because I got nothing but slander for Sonic Frontiers.
It's
and,
not.
Sega right now.
It's nothing. There's nothing to really talk about. I just wanted to say that.
I got nothing but negativity.
So what? So when they first showed it, it looked pretty promising, though, right? What happened?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't always show.
Damn.
Bro, it looked like it looked like Sonic in like a tech demo. It doesn't
Yeah, it
look
looked
like
like
a
a
Sonic
tech demo.
game.
No, it should. No, bro.
The main problem, first off, like I say, the biggest problem with this game is Sega's marketing. Whoever is their marketing director, that man need to be fired ASAP. Like, yo, the marketing for this game has been terrible. The main problem
Sonic team need to be fired.
that's low key facts. But like, yo, with Sonic Frontiers, the main problem is they show the gameplay at IGN. They just show them walking around the empty open world, doing a few puzzles. That's it. They show combat later. They got someone that sucks at games playing this section. Makes the combat look bad. The combat looks okay. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look terrible. Looks alright. The graphics, the world actually looks pretty good. Sonic's model it still has the cartoony look, so it kind of like gives not Uncanny Valley, but
Why does the
it
world
doesn't
look like a
match.
Xenoblade game?
Because it looks like Sonic 06 again.
Yeah, I think what
it
they
looks
did
like
was
Sonic 06.
I think they took some design lessons from the Phantasy Star team or something for this game because that's how the open world kind of looks. But then we got leaked footage today. Funny enough, of all people, Paris was recording a vlog at the Summer Game Fest. Like there was like
Play your backlog, guys. It's me, Paris.
Oh man, there was like a section where the press could go and play games. And here's what Sega did. These dudes hired bouncers to prevent people from recording Sonic Frontiers footage. Meanwhile, every other game there, you could record it and play it no problem. So Paris was doing like a vlog at GamePass, at the thing. And he accidentally was showing footage of Sonic Frontiers. So he gave like the internet like a good like 2 minutes of footage to look at. And then there's been some other footage that sneaked through the cracks. It looks all right, but now we're hearing that the linear stages aren't even new. Apparently, they've just ripped the assets from Sonic Generations and just put them back into the game.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
Mega ZX4 or whatever his name is. He's somebody from the community that actually had a chance to play it for 20 minutes. He said,
Yeah, he said it was pretty mediocre.
"Yeah,
Oh man, one of my followers said that he was there. He recorded. I asked him. He said that they took a part of Sky Sanctuary. And they saw like footage of. Well, we all saw footage of Green Hill. I'm just like, this game has been in development for 5 years after Forces, and they had to take the levels from Generations.
Well,
Sonic Team is a joke.
Yeah,
tragic. Tragic. Feel sorry for you, Sonic fans. You have my well wishes.
The second BG got behind this game and was curious about it, I was like, it's a death sentence for this game. It's over.
I think you low key jinxed the game.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm smooth now.
No.
Whenever we be having
the
good
first-
Sonic, whenever we have good Sonic games, BG hate them. But the second we have a game that just looks atrocious, BG's like, there's maybe something.
the
here.
first
y'all had
shown.
a good Sonic game?
What do you say?
Probably Generations.
When was the
which is
last
sad.
time y'all had a good Sonic game?
Generations, which is sad.
Generations was
Yeah.
probably the most beloved, but Lost World wasn't too bad.
So why are you blaming BG? Y'all,
Because BG
having a
hates
good
every
game is the
single Sonic
exception.
game.
Because having a good Sonic game is the exception, not the rule.
True.
Only with 3D. If they were to just stick with 2D, which they at this point, I think they just need to accept that Sonic ain't gonna work consistently in 3D.
Well,
No,
there-
they work
there's a-
consistently. They just have to get good people to actually make them.
Well,
There was a leak that Sonic the Hedgehog 5 is coming out. That was leaked with Persona 4
Yeah,
coming to
I saw
Xbox and PlayStation.
man.
So we'll see.
All right.
oh,
well,
and it gets worse for Sonic though. Last thing. So for Sonic Origins, they confirmed that the Michael Jackson music will not be in that game for the Sonic 3 and Knuckles tracks. So the music for like Hydro City, Ice Cap, that's the most iconic one. That music ain't gonna be there. They're gonna have the original prototype tracks that they've apparently.
No,
gone
they
back
said
and-
they said they're getting Jun Sonoe to work on the soundtrack for Sonic 3, I believe I heard.
Yeah, they're going. Apparently, they're going back and finishing the prototype tracks with him.
Oh, okay,
So
interesting.
he'll go because like the one that was apparently on that like CD collection, those weren't finished. They just they never actually got those converted to the Genesis. So they have him finishing it up. So it'll be more faithful in some way, but they waited till like a good week before launch to tell people, yeah, the music ain't gonna be there.
gentlemen, I really appreciate your time and informing us about this. Now we are going to talk about games that people actually care about and want to play. So,
Got a quick question though, BG. Who is the more abused fan base, Xbox or Sonic?
I'd say Sonic.
Sonic.
Definitely Sonic.
Yeah.
Hey, Rystar, are you still here? Rystar, are you here?
Yeah, what's up?
Why?
You hear me? Why am I? Oh, as a Sonic fan?
I mean, both really, like on the podcast and as a Sonic fan.
Jeez, I'll leave. I'll leave. White face ass nigga. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just
don't know.
I don't
Exactly.
I
You
don't
don't
I
know.
Hey, listen, Sonic used to be fire, but he fell off.
Uh-huh.
That's why.
All right. Well, appreciate y'all. We gonna get to some other games. Yeah, some relevant stuff.
BG, just tell me you want him to leave, man. This is getting ridiculous. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all boys, man.
Yeah, man. I'll catch
Thanks
y'all.
for being on the podcast, man. I love y'all, dog.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I
about Ravenlok,
love
sorry.
them boys. I just hate the Sonic conversation.
Well, you were dragging it out. Well, we love you guys so much, you know. love you.
Yeah.
You just
'Cause I
want
do.
them to get the fuck out, man. That's all you want to say.
No. Listen, if they come in here talking about anything else, listen, I let them boys chill. But they come in here talking about Sonic. Listen, I got to put you on a time limit.
Damn.
You know.
Kick them out. That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's get to the shits. All right. Microsoft, Xbox, and Bethesda game showcase just went down 1 p.m. It was a lot of hype around this, a lot of expectations. It was one of those where people thought that Microsoft might have a banger show on their hands. Some people feel that way. Some people feel like it's kind of like another typical Microsoft show. Some people feel like last year's was better. So we gonna get right into it, I guess. Let's before we get into everything that was shown, just want to give everybody to just give their quick thoughts, and I guess a score of what you thought the show was. I want to start with you, Smooth.
6.5 out of 10. There were some highs, there were some lows. Just not enough oomph, not enough showstoppers, not enough surprises. Left nothing to be desired to close out the year.
Okay.
Now, before we continue with ratings, I got one question. Are we going by the academic scale or just like the median scale? Well, for example, the median scale of 5 would be average. Yeah, the academic
Yes,
scale would be like a
yes.
7 average. Which one are we going by?
I would say 5 is average.
5 is average, I would say. Yeah.
Because I normally grade on the
So then a
academic
6.5,
scale.
what is that, good?
That's above average.
Okay, so 7 is good. Okay.
Yeah. So, Umbra, what do you think?
I gave it an 8 out of 10 overall. I agree that it wasn't as good as last year's, but that's because we didn't see like new stuff necessarily, a bunch of new stuff we didn't know about. Starfield looks spectacular. Diablo 4 looks spectacular. Forza Motorsport looks spectacular, and many more. I'll go into it once we get into talking about it. But excited for a lot of stuff to come within the 12 months, and most of it coming to Game Pass.
Yep. It's definitely a Game Pass show. I think like 90% of what they shown was going to Game Pass, which should be expected. They're always
8?
Yes, a well-deserved 8.
Jack?
Well, coming in as I am a Game Pass supporter. I'm not much of an Xbox guy. They definitely showed offerings for Game Pass that's coming within the next year. I mean, they said they were going to do that. They showed gameplay, which they also said they was going to do. But like I said during my reaction, the biggest concern I would have, if anybody watching this, is that I'm still unsure about their first party and what they really got coming. We saw a couple of games, but there's a lot of games we didn't see. Where's Hellblade 2? Where's Avowed? Where's, we can run off a list. A lot of shit we didn't see. So with that, I got to give it since Smooth says 6, I'm gonna say 4.5. I give it a 4.5 or 5. I think 5 out of 10. There you go.
Okay. Blandrew, you watched?
I kind of skimmed through it and I breezed past everything that didn't interest me. They got a couple games. No, they got a couple games here that look pretty interesting. There's this game where you're playing as some type of robot doing gardening. That was probably the most interesting thing that they showed there. But
are you serious?
No,
I'm
you talking
serious.
about the Frontier game. I forgot the first. Lightyear Frontier. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
that game looks.
When you're in a mech doing gardening, yes.
Yes.
Oh, brother.
That looks cool. Then they got the Persona games behind them. That was really cool. Overall, I'd probably give it like a 3.
Okay.
Forza looks really good too.
And can his opinion?
I'm bumping that. I'm bumping that too. I'm bumping that
things
to a 4.
and only saw a mech Frontier gardening game that he gave a thumbs up to.
No, I'm giving the game a 4.
Well, that's type shit. That was probably a 10 for Blandrew. That Lightyear Frontier.
Yeah,
probably was fucking with that.
But he skimmed through it. Like, how can you even be trusted to give a full opinion?
Any game that didn't have good enough colors for me, I'm not watching that.
I mean, he
increase the
being
color
did have
palette.
the
The
Kojima announcement that got to boost it up, right? I mean, that was big for them. That was
yeah. We didn't see anything though. It's the same thing like when they showed The Office and all they were playing was Back Jack Do It Again. And look, I love Steely Dan as much as the next person, but what does that tell me about the game?
If you all would have had that on the PlayStation conference, y'all would have been like, Kojima #1. But since it's Xbox,
not me. I can't stand that nigga, dog.
Yeah.
I
Most
can't
PlayStation
believe
fanboys would have though. We could be real about that one.
Yeah.
We're not a fan of the Kojima Klux Klan here.
Kojima Klux Klan.
I can't believe that man just showed his face and did nothing. And
to be honest with you, Umbra,
Oh
I'd probably be harder on the PlayStation Showcase. I'm usually a lot more lenient with Xbox.
And not to mention, Phil Spencer had to suck off Kojima before he even got on the stage.
Hey,
so
BG.
him and Geoff are in competition now.
Hey, BG, we need an apology too, BG. All the people that was on here saying that. We remember when Phil did that stream and he had that fucking spaceman in the background. He was like, he making a game with Kojima. You remember that? That happened like a year and a half ago. You was like, you guys just always. Hey man, they might have been on to something, bro. Now we're here.
Wait, y'all knew that he was going to do it, or y'all were saying that he wasn't?
Yeah, we were talking about
it was just rumors. It was rumors. Like,
every time Phil has something in the background, people be like, oh, that means something. And sometimes, like, I'm like, maybe he just has something in the background.
It always end up meaning something though. This means something.
Always, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know what you're saying. He had that Kojima logo of theirs, right?
Well, no, year and a half, 2 years ago, and then look now. So we was on to something, right? There you go.
Yeah. Jeff Grubb called it too, by the way, way back.
There you go.
My BG's best friend called it.
Oh man, he hates me. He hates me, but he unblocked me just to say something to me. Bond?
3 out of 10. This conference once again proves that all conferences in video games fucking suck. also proves what I've been saying, that good for E3 being destroyed, because E3 hasn't been good since before 2013. Things I liked about it was Flight Simulator, because I can't wait to get my setup back up. But I'm actually a person that owns all the pedals, the throttles, everything. I haven't played as much as I want to, but when I move to my new spot, that'll be good. The Persona announcement was a nothing burger to me, but I just thought that it was funny that people like Blandrew waiting for Switch versions of Persona, and yet Xbox gets Persona before Switch.
That is
before
crazy.
Nintendo.
It's a nothing burger. It's coming to PC too. You can play those on Persona 4 5
Yeah,
Royale,
but
3 Portable.
why does that matter? You said you're not playing until they come to Switch.
No, I'm
So
talking
don't-
about you. You said they're a nothing burger.
Because I own the games. I actually own the games. So all these old ass games coming are nothing to me. It could be something for other people, but it was just comedy for me. I already own the games. You already know, especially in my favorite genre. So Flight Simulator was good. The Hot Wheels racing around a circle again. I have no faith in Diablo. I mean, I don't know why people are so excited for Diablo. Diablo 3 was a disaster compared to Diablo 2. Diablo Immortal is charging you 6 figures in booty boxes. Diablo 4, what's that going to be? It's going to be a bigger disaster. I mean, come on. If Diablo Immortal is giving you loot boxes, Diablo 4 is going to give you fucking NFT weapons. Like, it's just going to be a disaster. I
My
have no
man is
confidence
just
in it.
you sound depressed, my guy.
Oh,
Diablo
yeah.
3 had a whole 88 on PC and a 90 on
That's
PS4.
cool. That's cool.
How was
Did
that
you play
bad?
Did you play Diablo 2?
I haven't played any of them.
Exactly. So don't talk about it.
I'm just talking about the meta.
No. See,
I'm just saying, but you just did. Hold on, this is my point. You have like,
new
I'm
age
gonna say this.
PC
I'm gonna let you
gamers
say this because you
can't
just
talk
said it's
about the
booty.
golden
It was
age.
booty, but this like 90 and 88. I
No,
don't
I
think
said
that
booty-
vibes
I
with
said-
reality.
I said booty boxes. That's different.
What's booty boxes, brother?
DLC, microtransactions. I'm trying to shove things up your ass.
That's
for
what.
monetized
Yes, that's what Bond calls loot boxes.
Oh,
Any
that's
of
what you
those
call
things.
them. Okay, I'm learning.
Okay, so
I'm
my
learning.
whole point is, like, for anybody that's actually played real Diablo, Diablo 3 wasn't it, Diablo Immortal wasn't it, Diablo 4 is not going to be it. Overwatch, if you like, Overwatch isn't a bad game. If you like it, you like it. Just never been my type of thing. I'm not into like these hero shooter type of things. I wish
Me
Microsoft
either.
would do something with like the MechWarrior BattleTech franchise, but you know, MechWarrior 5 has been getting a lot of DLC, so that's good in itself. But overall, Microsoft still has an identity crisis. They can't be themselves. It's like they're halfway trying to be Nintendo and halfway trying to be Sony. They got all these freaking like kiddie cartoony games and shit that could run off a freaking potato PC or a Switch, and they try to be like the Avowed trailer, right? Or not Avowed. What was that one game that's like all like weird Acorn, or what is it called?
Grounded?
It looks
not
like that
sure.
scary shit with like all like the blood and the weird shit.
Scorn?
Scorn.
Yeah, Scorn. The first 3 seconds of Scorn, I was like, why is this dude holding his dick? It literally looked like he had 2
That
hands
was
on
an
his remote.
umbilical.
Come to
I think that was
find
this
out that was
umbilical cord.
the
right?
umbilical cord. But the first, like, bro, like,
All right, let's get in. Let me.
$500.
Let's get to.
I'm closing it out right now.
Mhm.
$500 for this system. Like, I don't know how anybody can have faith in this system or this company. All they've been doing is acquiring companies to do the same shit they've always been doing. Microsoft still hasn't proven they can do anything with their first party but make cars go around a fucking racetrack. You have fucking Stormcrows from MechWarrior playing Garden. Like, Microsoft literally is the irregular diversity quota of gaming. They say, what can we do here to put in the quota? We have to have this. They want to have all 39 flavors of genders, but not fucking make a good game. It's out of control.
Are you saying Xbox is checklist gaming, Bond?
Yes.
Ooh,
Not-
I like
and
that
you know what?
term. I like
This
that.
actually goes into what Jack says. Everything is okay, not everything. 95% of things are Game Pass fodder. So when you have Game Pass, what do you need? You need to diversify. So they have the strategy of checklist gaming for Game Pass fodder.
This is really interesting. It's like the alternate reality zone right now.
It's not an alternate
It is.
reality.
It really is because like you say all of that. I think you're just looking
Yep.
for like words. You're just saying word soup. Like,
No,
oh,
it's not word
Xbox
soup.
bad. You're saying Xbox bad in different
we've been
ways.
saying-
But listen, I
we've
want to say
been
this too.
saying these
You
words
also
for
say that about the
5
games and their ratings. All the games are rated. The games you're talking about, the diversity. they're rated well. It's not like they're like 6 or
What?
5s out of 10s. And
Highest
stuff like
publisher
that.
of the year last year. Don't forget Umbra.
And they were publisher of the year. But I know you all write that off. I've seen people like that's not true. It's not reality.
We were literally in a 3 to 5 year period of 69s. What are you talking about? These are
talking
new
about. You mentioned a
talent
few
versus-
games. There were plenty that were in the 80s and 90s, by the way.
Like what?
Aachen Gears, for instance. Halo, for
Okay,
instance.
so
87.
Halo Gears and Forza.
Yeah, now I agree with
Cue the
that part.
song.
That part
Cue
I
the
agree
song,
with. That they
BJ.
have to get out of
Halo
that part.
Gears and Forza.
But you just asked which ones, and I named it. So my whole point
And
was
you,
to say
so you've named the
all
same
those
things
that I
that
can
we-
name more. You got
Go
Flight
ahead,
Sim
name
that you
more.
love, right? You like Flight
Sim,
Sim.
cool.
All
Y'all
right,
playing
so
Flight
I'm
Sim?
just naming it to say Psychonauts
Y'all-
too.
y'all-
But my
y'all-
whole point
y'all
is to
playing
say
Flight Sim?
I know you don't want.
Psychonauts,
I know you
really?
don't want me to give you this truth, brother. I get it.
Psychonauts.
I get it.
Jack, what'd you think about Psychonauts?
I get it, brother. You don't want me to give you this truth. That's why you're talking
Psychonauts
over
one
me.
ain't it, man. It's not it, man.
So,
Psychonauts
look,
2 is excellent.
I gotta try that
here-
one. I gotta try too.
Psychonauts 2
here-
was, to me, it was like my top 3 game of the year.
Here's
last
the
year,
problem
personally.
here's the problem when
No,
you
but the
use
problem
rating.
is this: like when I say all these things, you always you just focus on negativity.
You want to know why? Here's the
Because you're
problem when
negative.
No.
That'd be my guess.
You gotta let me speak, man. You
But
a
you
guest
say that,
here.
you cut me off
No,
like
no, you a
18
guest
times, brother.
because you're a guest here. We speak. You're the
Yeah.
guest. You listen.
Guest speaks
But
too. I don't know what world you live in, brother.
You living in our world. You live in the
No,
Western
I don't live in your
world.
world. You live in mine. We all together in this one.
Nah, we gonna hit the mute button on this
Nah,
real quick.
well, you can't.
Because what I'm trying to
You
do,
don't have that power.
One
This
at
ain't
a
a stage.
time. Let's keep it clean.
Because what I'm trying to
Man
make
say
a
you gonna hit
point,
the
you
mute
keep
button.
when I keep trying to make a point, you keep interrupting.
You interrupted me about 20
No,
times, brother.
you have to wait for me to make a
You
point.
asked me a
and then
question,
you
I
talk.
answered, and you cut me off as I was
Yeah.
answering it.
As I was answering back. Anyway.
No, what
you-
games? I
Oh
named
my
the game.
God.
Oh, what that? Flights?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly. That's me
Halo.
responding.
Halo,
That's me
Gears, and
responding
Forza.
to you.
Come on,
That's
brother.
me responding to you. Bottom
No,
line
that's
is,
you cutting me off. That's what it is.
God, yo, mute this
All
woman.
right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Anyway,
Go-
like I was
let-
saying, you
go
can't
ahead.
just go by ratings and say, "Oh,
You
this
can go
game
after
is
Umbra.
good." This
Now we
game is
can't go by
that.
ratings now. Now we have
Yo,
to
can you mute
imagine
this
the game
BG?
being good or not.
I mean,
Now we
if
can't
I
go.
were-
Now
if I-
ratings
if I-
don't matter.
I'm gonna give you your time map right after Bond. I'm gonna give you
I
your
want
time
a
right
woman
after
here,
Bond
I'll go
finish.
get- I'll get.
All right.
I'll get.
I'm
Mocha
gonna
and
be silent, BG. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you time right after Bond. I'm gonna let you speak like uninterrupted.
The reason you can't just go by ratings here is
So now
because
Metacritic don't matter, Bond?
Oh my God!
Not
Shut
mattered before.
the fuck up. Like again, the reason why you just can't throw blanket ratings on everything is one, not everything appeals to everybody. Two,
I agree with that.
okay, you're telling me that this game score is a 70, 80, 90, cool,
Mhm.
but I don't like the regular games. You're telling a straight man, oh, this guy's hot. What does that mean for him? Nothing. Not interested. It's the best analogy I can give you.
So
Like
you're
a
saying the
lot of
games
it,
are gay.
lot of this stuff just was not interesting, and the fact that people gave this an 8, the fact that people flew out to see this is just good luck.
Yeah, brother. You just sound
You
like
mean-
you sound like
Nah.
you're just down on your luck with negativity.
No,
in gaming,
no,
brother.
Xbox sounds like it's down the slug, and the
Nah, I think it's just
funniest
you,
thing
brother.
about that is you're talking highly about Diablo 4, and
It
you've
looks
never even
pretty
played
good.
Diablo 1 or 2.
So
your
if I
opinion don't even
let me ask you
matter.
something. When you saw Forspoken, let me ask you: were you blinded by His Majesty?
No, I
Okay,
could
so-
care less about
So you can
Forspoken.
judge a game even if you haven't played it, then, right?
I mean, I can't judge
That's
it
what
by
I
its
thought, too.
quality. I'm just saying it
It
doesn't
doesn't matter about
interest me.
quality. You could tell if it's interesting. So I saw Diablo 4 and I thought it was
Yeah.
interesting looking. It looked
Yeah.
good.
But I
Okay.
can't take
So
somebody's
why
opinion
is it that I
seriously.
can't have played it and say that this
I
game
can't
was
take
good?
anybody's opinion seriously on Diablo 4, knowing what Diablo 3
You
and
haven't
Diablo
played
Immortal is.
Diablo 4 though.
You've never played Diablo 1 or 2.
That's my point. So if we haven't played this game, how can you tell me
Nigga.
that my thought on it is wrong, but yours is right?
I'm just saying. You
That's
see
what I
what
thought, too.
Blizzard did with Diablo Immortal. It's the lowest user rating of all time on
Why is it
Metacritic.
lowest rating? Why is it lowest rating?
Why?
Because of the booty box, you call it, right?
Exactly.
There you go. That has nothing to do with the quality of the game. That has
Yeah,
something
yes,
to do
Bond,
it
with
does.
quick question. Are you a Diablo fan?
I am a Diablo fan. I had
Okay.
Diablo 3.
Alright.
I put plenty of videos out on Diablo 3. My whole point is this. All these people come in praising these kinds of games, and they never played the prior games. And then
that
the
has
current...
nothing to do with the quality of what we see here.
Nigga, can I speak?
Hold on. This dude
If
just
you
say
haven't
nigga?
played, if you
You
haven't
sound
played,
mighty Caucasian saying that shit.
oh my! And now, what are we black
Oh,
shaming?
You
boy,
just got to calling me
We black
nigga. You
shaming
sound mighty
now.
Caucasian saying that
We
shit. I got to
black
make
shaming
sure because
now.
Bond is definitely Bond is definitely
let me
black.
sure.
This is crazy.
Like what this dude say?
This is
What did he
crazy.
say?
what? What,
crazy.
What did he say?
where are you getting these clowns from?
His name
BG?
is Black Bond. It's not just a moniker. He's
Exactly.
actually black. Yeah. He's,
Oh my god.
don't
This is
worry.
not-
He,
Alright.
The bottom line.
Oh, he got a little ahead of himself for a
The
second.
bottom line is this: people want to hype up new games without even playing the prior games, not even realizing the newer games have been going downhill from the prior games.
Which
Then they
has
wanna act
nothing to do
excited.
with the quality of anything. We talking
Yeah.
about what
No,
was seen.
okay. So if the franchise hasn't had a good game in 2 games spanning over a decade,
Even though the games are rated 88s and 90s.
yeah. But guess what?
So because you say it's bad, it's bad.
The older game, it's universally accepted. The older games were significantly better, irregardless of ratings.
Again, 3 has 89s and 90s.
Yep. And like I said,
You saying it's bad does not jive with reality. That's just your one singular opinion, right? But even if that's the case, Bun, my whole point is to say you don't have to have played a game to say it looks good to you. Can we agree there?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
here's-
what's wrong
here's-
with saying
here's
Diablo
my
4
point.
looks good?
You base
You didn't
your-
answer my question, brother. What's wrong with me saying Diablo 4 looks good or not?
You can have your own opinion. I don't care what you say.
But you just got through saying, "Well, these guys haven't played the ones in the series." That's
Exactly.
irrelevant.
No, it's very relevant. Actually,
No, it's not, brother. You just made my point.
all right, we need to
That's
move on in a
irrelevant.
second. Can you?
Like
Yeah, if
Halo,
yeah.
Halo fans talk about Infinite is amazing. They never played 1, 2, or 3. Okay.
I played them all, and Infinite is actually pretty good.
No,
It's just
Infinite is
skeletons
trash.
than it is.
That's
No,
why the game
Infinite
is
is
dead.
good. It's just lacking
That's why the
content.
game
That's
is
what it
dead.
is.
Content's part of the game. That's why it's dead.
Content lacking is definitely a problem for it.
Yep. That's why the game's dead. But continue.
All right, we need to get into the breakdown of the actual event,
That
gentlemen.
was fire. That was fire.
The gentlemen. So let's talk about the showcase. I think I have it in order here. Redfall. So this was obviously delayed from last year. I think the new release date is fall 2023. I think. Yeah, fall 2023, I believe. Day one on Game Pass, of course.
Not fall 2023.
It's not fall?
2023.
Nah, they
Oh,
didn't
it's
get it.
early. Okay. Early 2023. Day one Game Pass, of course. I'll give you my quick thoughts. I think it's just very reminiscent to Back for Blood. It seems like Back for Blood with vampires, with maybe a few more unique character abilities. It's not my type of game. I'm usually not into these type of co-op horde shooter. It might be a looter. Is it a looter shooter? I'm not even sure.
It's actually
Y'all reading these
it's
comments?
actually a single player experience that with co-op. It's not like one
Okay.
of those endless like games.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah,
it does remind you of Back for Blood, though. I don't know if that's a
Y'all
good or bad
reading
thing.
these comments in the chat, BG? I think you should
What
check
they-
them.
What they say?
Keep going. You can read them one at a time, but keep
Yeah,
going.
I'll read them when I'm done. But yeah, it's not my type of game. It doesn't, it's going to Game Pass, and it's one of those co-op games that people could, everybody who has Game Pass, we could just play with each other. Those type of games are great for Game Pass. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think games like these co-op based games are like really thriving. I feel like they're hot for maybe a couple weeks, a month, and maybe with few exceptions, they're kind of gone after that. So I'm not really. It's nothing I care about.
Well,
Anybody else? Redfall?
Yeah, no. As far as the Redfall, I agree with you. It does look kind of Back for Bloodish. And like I said, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm glad they delayed it if they're going to make it, polish it up a bit. I like the aspect that you can jump in as a single player or, what is it, 3-player or 4-player smooth? Do you know?
4 players.
So that's pretty cool. And it's open world. So that's cool. I wasn't blown away by it, but I wasn't disappointed by what I saw either, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I enjoy what I saw from the game. I think the game looks good. I'm happy with the voice acting and the dialogue that they got going. Gameplay looks cool as hell. And can't wait to play it. I like co-op games. So like Redfall, when I saw Redfall, I kind of expected what I saw from it. It looked improved from the leaks that we seen like last year and stuff like that. So the game looks much better. It was one of the highlights for the shows for me. I felt like it opened a strong, opened the show strongly with that game. I just wish they had like they kind of gave it a street date, because the growing trend with a lot of games that were shown, including that one, is just like these vague dates, and we can only assume it's early 2023 because the start of the show, Ereban says every game we'll see is releasing within the next 12 months, and that means from literally June 13th, 2022 to June 12th of 2023. So a lot. So everything we pretty much seen should be out before the next game showcase next year.
Okay.
With the exception of Kojima's game. He was there.
Right,
That was
right.
the lone exception.
Cool. All right. The next game, if nobody has anything
Hold
else to
up,
say about
I
Redfall. Okay,
got
go ahead. Go ahead.
If this game wasn't coming to Game Pass, would anybody really buy it, care about it, or probably even play it? Let's be real. If this wasn't something people could just try out for free with their friends just to fuck around and play co-op, would anybody be checking for this game? And the problem, I'm not saying this game is good or bad. I just don't think there's really much demand for these kind of games. How many like 4-player co-op shooters and things like that have we seen come and go across the years?
A lot.
That just literally die within the month.
You hear this dude, Umbra?
Good amount.
I don't think there's a demand for these type of.
Well, you know what?
There's too many of them. Go ahead, Jack. There's too many of
But
them.
no, because these games, they have like 1 or 2 campaigns, and then after you beat them, like, there's nothing else to do. Like, how many times you gonna watch the same cutscene? Like, Left 4 Dead and all that shit, that caught a wave. But other than them couple of games, like, there's no demand for this shit for real. I don't think so, anyway.
But my thing is, here's the thing though, because it's like, all right, do you want more of the same games that are released, or like if we're just releasing games that we think there's a demand for? If that's the case, we need more free to play shit. We need more.
Well, they're making more of the same game that nobody cares about. That's what's weird.
Well, no, you said there's not really of a demand for these, so I don't think there's.
When I say
much of these
demand,
games.
I mean people aren't buying or playing them. The games are coming out, but people just aren't supporting them. That's what I mean by demand. There's supply, there's just not demand.
Guess it's to be seen with this. Game Pass has already shown us that these games coming to it, people support it. I was surprised to see Sea of Thieves getting 30 million players and it's selling well on Steam and such. I'm shocked by that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly shocked. PC gamers will play those kind of games. That game would have been dead without PC gamers, to be honest.
I mean, 30 million players. It's a lot on Xbox and PC, but that's crazy. I didn't expect that.
Wait, Bomb, but you don't. How can I word this?
Uh-oh.
If this is the type of game you make for Xbox fans, though, like without Game Pass, because like without Game Pass, okay, let's say you were making a game, right? You were trying to sell the most type of units on the console. What would you make for the Xbox fan base without Game Pass?
Here's the problem. Blandrew makes a good point. What type of game would I make that sells for Xbox? Blandrew, I don't know, because these niggas don't buy games.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't even know what I would make. Be like, what would Xbox fans want? I don't know. The best guesstimate I could make is to make something that mimics Sony, because that's what they always talk about. I would make something like God of War and put it on Xbox.
So like Game Pass it's kind of hard to say what they're into with Game Pass now, because they're willing to try anything. Like Persona, if you were telling them you have to pay $50 for this, you're not wasting your time on something like Persona. You're not wasting your time on a fighting game, but something like Redfall would probably be something more in the realm that you go towards too.
I think games like Redfall is what like the Xbox fan base would have ran to like 10 years ago. I don't think they're running to. I don't think anybody is running to these type of games like that. And honestly, the game that I think really defines what the Xbox fan base, like the core fan base, is still looking for, I would say it's still Gears. I would say it's Gears, some like a game like Gears.
Yeah, but that's a 4-player co-op shooter too.
Gears is a game that has co-op. It's not a co-op shooter. You know what I'm saying? It's not designed around that. It just has that feature.
It's definitely designed around co-op.
I don't think so.
I would say Halo, but I see Gears too.
No, Halo is not what the Xbox fan base wants right now. Sorry,
I
that's
think
what
it's
it
just
is.
I think it's just a lack of content. That's all.
Hold
it
on, we,
is,
we have two
but-
Xbox fans right here right now. Umbra, Smooth. What do
Right.
you guys want as Xbox fans?
That's a
I
good
want a
point.
lot. I want a lot of diversity. Like I like a lot of stuff, right? So I got a PS5. I'm sure Smooth does too. But my thing is like I like everything. That's why I'm so invested in Xbox, because they got a lot of diversity as far across the board. And Game Pass offers a lot. Like I think I don't know if it was Bond or if it was Blandrew that said it, where they add so many different games I would probably never even have touched otherwise. So that's what I like. So I like a lot of everything.
Okay, so
it's
can you
kinda
answer
hard.
my
That's
question?
kind of a problem, though. Like Blandrew said, you're willing to try everything, but what are you really willing to get invested into?
I get
Like
invested in all of it.
Game
like I
Pass
asked
is
Bond,
okay, but
Umbra.
nobody eats dinner. Go ahead.
Umbra,
I
like I was
get
asking
invested
Bond.
in all of it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Umbra, like I was asking Bond, if you were in charge of making a game for Xbox to be a hit, what would you make that game without Game Pass as a as a factor?
Without a crutch, you're saying?
Yeah.
Man, if I had to say something I know is going to be a hit, it probably would have to be either a Western RPG, a massive Western RPG, or a big time first person shooter.
Western RPG.
I'd
Okay,
make a
that's-
casual fucking game. I think these questions are kind of stupid, honestly.
Uh-oh.
Because there's like, what do you tell to an Xbox gamer? Like what kind of game?
Oh,
you
It's a
play?
legitimate
It's a stupid question because
I mean,
at the end of the
whoa,
day,
Smooth.
like, we're not like fucking clones of each other that just play the same
But
damn
this
shit.
was
That is true.
I don't think it makes sense.
This was a diverse show, and you said you were disappointed.
It's
A lot of you guys did.
because my person, because I have my own taste. I got what I want. Like I said, when I said I'm disappointed, not every Xbox. I mean, I'm fighting with Xbox right now on fucking Twitter because it's mediocre. And so, but they obviously like shit that I didn't.
But
like,
Smooth, you get my point though, right? You can go to the PlayStation. Like, there's a reason we get a lot of cinematic games from PlayStation because that's just what sells over there. There's a lot of reasons we get quirky games from
platformers and
Nintendo.
games. There you go. Blandrew's
Yeah, it's
hitting
That's part of why I said first person shooters, and I think Western RPGs will probably be the go to
but the thing
overall.
is, do I want Xbox to dominate one type of thing? I think that
They don't dominate anything. That's
It's
the
not
problem.
about you're looking at dominate. I'm talking about make a bunch of the same type of
I think
games. I don't mind
specialize is the
diverse.
word. You want them to specialize in something. I think is what we're.
Microsoft has no identity.
They should be
just
known for
throw
something.
They throw darts at the wall, but there's nothing you can look to Microsoft and say this is their identity. There's nothing.
I think they have first person shooters on lock. I think they have
No,
the
they
Western
don't.
RPG. Yes, they
Because
do. They have the Western RPG on lock.
What FPS do they have on lock?
As far as first person shooters?
Yep.
They have
Because Halo's not popular.
Let me name them.
Doom isn't one of the more popular ones.
You want me to name them off, or you want to cut me off? Which one you want?
Go
to do,
ahead.
brother? So they have Halo. They have Doom. They have Wolfenstein. They have Quake. It's more than I'm forgetting at the top of my
Call of
head.
Duty.
Overwatch.
Call of
Quake.
Duty.
Overwatch.
Call of Duty. Overwatch. Yeah, come on, brother. Like,
These
you
are
can't
things they
deny that.
literally. These are things they literally just bought.
It's irrelevant.
Wo-
I'm
and-
saying
and
they have it on lock.
And it's
They're
things they've
also
always
games that were made
had.
popular
Oh my
on their
God.
platform, regardless of them. before they
That's
came
right.
out.
That's one.
the-
But two, it's also now a part of their wheelhouse, right? And then you talk about the Western RPG. They have that on lock. I don't need to name all those off. I'm pretty sure you all get the picture.
They've come out with 2 Western RPGs like in
I'm not
recent.
talking
Like,
about
how's
what they
that
released. I'm
unlocked?
just saying that they have that.
No.
now.
We are talking about games you can play and release. We can't.
I'm not talking about that.
Here's
You're
the
talking about
problem.
that. I'm just
Here's
naming
the
off
problem
what
I think we
they
need to
have.
move this shit forward. So we start
Here's the
talking about
problem
other
right now.
Because there's a bunch
We're
of other games to talk about.
We're talking about reality. You're talking about hope.
I am
prayers,
talking
the
about reality.
future.
They own those games in
You're
reality.
you're talking about shit that hasn't even existed yet.
Those games
You
don't
can't
exist.
say that. You can't say
So
something is
Wolfenstein doesn't
unlocked.
exist. Doom doesn't exist.
Nobody is
Okay.
checking for any Wolfenstein currently on the market right now. They're not popular games.
Hey, I'm looking for the next Wolfenstein, but
I am
the
too,
last
but
one was
according to him,
Was trash.
the
A
one with the two
regular
sisters, the two
Well,
the
that
two
was-
his two
that
daughters.
was like an expansion or something.
Yeah, that was like a
Oh
little
my
spin-off.
God.
You know,
Recognize that as
it was a
Well,
little
like
spin-off.
when are we going to get out of hopes and
I heard
prayers and what
Wolfenstein.
is actually the tangible reality in
the
Xbox?
reality is Xbox owns all those first person shooters.
Congratulations. Tell me when they fucking do something.
They're
All right, we
working
got to
on
move
them.
on. We
Oh
got to
my
move
I
God.
don't
on
know
to
what else to tell you.
the next game. Hollow Knight Silksong going to Xbox Game Pass day one. I never played the first Hollow Knight, but I've heard nothing but great things. Everybody just loves the first Hollow Knight, and they've been waiting on this Silksong forever, it seems. So it's a
Still
good
no
move
release
that it's
date, man. That's crazy.
Oh, really? Well,
No.
yeah, it's Good thing that it's
Well,
going to Xbox
I guess
Game
it's
Pass,
within the
though,
next
right?
year because yeah, like she said, I guess it's within.
Mm-hmm. So that's
Silksong
good.
has been worked on for a minute, but if you haven't played the first one, BG, you absolutely should. I think it's a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I
I'm
might
gonna
be
download it. Jack has it. I'll
like
download it.
I just hate certain shit in Hollow Knight, but it's a good game. It's fun to play. I just don't like how they did certain mechanics in the game, but it's a good game though. I'll say that.
Okay,
a lot
so
of
that's
people give it praise. I'm probably the only one that does not like that game.
I
You don't
wasn't a
like
fan
Hollow
either.
Knight either?
I don't like how
was-
they do the fast travel, the map. I don't like those are
Yeah.
my main complaints about that game. Like,
Yeah, I wasn't a
It's
fan.
not a game I like. Even though I
Okay.
respect it and a lot of people like it, and I understand it, it just did not resonate with me.
All right, we gonna keep it.
You got a very specific taste because you like
No,
flight sim.
I love Metrovania games, but
Yeah.
that game itself, just for whatever reason, I
What
just could not get into it.
What did you feel about Ori? Did you like that?
I liked
that-
Ori.
Ori's
I
fire.
beat both
Ori's
of them.
fire.
I liked Ori.
Just want to see.
Yep. All right, we gonna keep pushing. Next game was this. I think this was the one made by the Rick and Morty dudes. Yeah. High on Life. It was like this real, kind of goofy, I think first person shooter type. Yeah, first person shooter game. The guns talk. Very much. It's like a little comedy in there, obviously, because of who it's made by. It's due out this year, October 2022, day one Game Pass title.
Time to see, I believe.
Look cool.
Yeah.
Look cool.
Yeah, it's
Looks interesting.
It's just like something
Would
interesting.
you play that, BG?
I don't think so. It's a
Goofy.
goofy kind of.
Well, I don't like
first-person-
Ricky Morton, but it looked.
Yeah,
it
I've
looked
never-
creative. It looked creative though. Like we be wanting these games to be creative, so they look.
I've never watched an episode of Rick and Morty. I've just only seen the memes. No, I've only seen the
it.
memes.
It's all right.
Yeah, and it just looks like it's one of those games that tries to be comedic, which the only game that I like that tries to be comedic is Borderlands. Everything else that tries to be funny on purpose is like,
Very, very missed for you, huh?
yeah.
It looked pretty solid. I think you might like Rick and Morty,
Caucasian
though.
humor.
I think that was a highlight. Even though I'm not, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I never watch. I know Rick and Morty's popular, in pop culture and all that shit. I'm not really, haven't really followed it. It's past my time in terms of as far as the cartoons I would watch, but the game looks cool. The game looks cool. I think it's something, like I said, it's something different, something that breaks up the monotony of what we usually get, and I'm happy that it's coming soon. So I mean, I have nothing against it. So
You playing that smooth? It's in Game Pass, man.
yeah, I'll play it.
Okay, there we go. There we
Ooh,
go.
cool.
I'd have to see more of it. It's not something I would discount automatically, even though it looks goofy, but I'd like to see more of it.
All right, cool. Next was Riot Games. A bunch of their games are going to Game Pass. Was League of Legends and some DLC, Legends of Runeterra, Team Fight Tactics, Valorant. That's free to play anyway, though, right? So
Yeah. So the point, the hook there is, it's not that they're going to Game Pass. It's that those games gotta make money, right? So you're gonna get a lot of these perks in Game Pass because Game Pass have these perks where you can get a lot of those content that you typically have to pay for, you have to pay up front for, that you can get in Game Pass Ultimate, and that's the hopes to boost their the PC subscriptions and whatnot. So they partnered with Riot Games and for all their content. This is big for mobile and PC. Literally has nothing for me, so this is kind of a thing I kind of just glossed over.
Wait, so League isn't on Xbox, right?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Somewhat the same for me as Smooth. I was going to say League of Legends is pretty big, right, y'all?
Yeah, it's huge.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. So if they can manage to get that over to the console, I think it'll be even bigger. But yeah, the way they have it just for PC and mobile, it didn't do anything really for me.
Okay. Next
you
game.
You can play it on a potato. So if you want to play, you can play it.
Yeah, I got a
You
decent,
mean-
I got a little mid-sized PC that I can, not mid-sized, but mid.
I'm sure I could play. I did that. I just not
Anybody.
into those type of
You can
games.
run- Yeah, I'm not even as a primary PC gamer. I've never been into like the Dotas, the League of Legends, or any
Same.
Valorant. Nah, I'm just not
Same
into
for
any of
me.
that stuff.
I
I
agree.
played it a little bit. It's very mouse heavy. I don't know why you would want to play that with a controller, but
Well, you can use the mouse on the Xbox, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
I guess.
A Plague Tale Requiem. And
Say it right, BG. A Brooklyn Tale.
Oh, brother.
man.
Anyway, yeah. So this is the sequel to the first game. I never played the first game because I watched gameplay and like, you know, when you skim to see, you know, if you like the game, I saw nothing but walking. Like,
I think you would like that game, BG.
Yeah, I think you'll like it too.
maybe, but like when I look at gameplay, like, you know, you just skim throughout. Like I'll go to a full playthrough of the game, and I like just skim through parts and watch certain parts, and it's like nothing but walking. So I'm like,
it's got more than that. It got more.
Why was this guy two-handing instead of power stancing earlier? Whose gameplay is this?
that's mine, sir. Don't criticize what I'm doing.
Why were you two-handing a blood weapon and then switch to power stancing? What are you doing?
Because because certain which one is it? One of them takes less frames, like less frames to get the attack out.
Yeah, but if you're using blood, you want to hit more times.
Hey man, but sometimes I wanna, you know, I don't want to commit to the power stance because those hits take longer to come out and I need a dodge. Don't question Bond. It's not the point right now.
Okay.
I killed him.
I heard you were a gaming god. I was just curious.
I know what I'm doing. Okay. I there's a reason to what I'm doing, sir. You know, I switch, you know, if to one-handed, if I don't want to, you know, commit to some long animation.
Using magic.
No, brother. Here we go. Anyway, next, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, A Plague Tale. Anybody else got any thoughts on it?
Plague Tale looked really good.
Game, I liked it.
Yeah, first game was good. I looked like they kind of expanded on her abilities as far as combat goes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what was the stand out for me. They looked like they added more to the combat. Like I said, the first one, you know, I know BG, you said you saw a lot of walking and stuff. The combat was, you know, a little far in between. And once you got to like the second half of the game, the combat got a little bit heavier. But based off what we saw, it looks like they added much to the combat. It looks like Asobo got, you know, a bigger budget. Because the game always looked good, but now it's looking like a full-fledged, like there's nothing about that title that looks budget. So I'm excited about it. The only thing about like seeing it again, it didn't really do anything for me because I knew a Plague Tale was coming. It was revealed before. We knew it was a day one Game Pass. So it's just more so I was like, okay, I would have appreciated a release date because everything else they showed about it, we kind of knew about. We were aware. We know it's next gen only. We know it's launching day one in Game Pass, and we know the game looks better. So. But yeah, man, I'm interested in the game, but like as far as like impact for the showcase, wasn't that big a deal only because it was a part of.
Did you play the first one?
Yeah, I played and beat the first one.
I like this game. I'll be getting it.
Yeah.
Shout out Brooklyn.
Oh, the second one looks a lot better. You know, like she had weapons and they showed a whole bunch of like combat sequences, and I was like, this looks way better than the first one, but I don't know if I can.
Well, you get weapons in the first one, BG. You get like a slingshot. Yeah.
I couldn't tell because I couldn't tell, but
you get like it looks like you get a knife and a crossbow in this one, right? Added little stuff they added. Yeah, it looks like they expanded on things, but the first one was really good. So I think this one I think they'll live up to the potential.
But the crazy thing about the first one, now I think about it though, like the type of people you had to, you know, get around with just that, you know, slingshot, it kind of put a little bit more like it made it a little bit like the level of difficulty. Not to say that it was hard, but like realistically, it was like, all right, how's she gonna do this with just this this slingshot with these fully armored ass dudes and whatnot? You had to like knock pieces off and then knock them out with the rock. Yeah, BG, you need to check it out, bro.
All right, Jack, did you buy it? Can I download it from you?
They put it on. Matter of fact, when it was on Plus, I believe I went onto your account and downloaded it to your account, sir.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I redeemed it for you, brother.
Thank you, good sir. All right, I'll try it out. Forza Motorsport. This doesn't have a number, so it's like they just rebooting it, so they don't have to.
Games as a service, baby.
So they don't have to go up to like, what were they up to? 8? Would this be 8?
This would have been 8.
Yeah,
Yep.
8.
Okay, so there's no number. Listen, y'all know I don't care about no racing game, but Forza looks amazing. You know, like that's visually there is not one bad thing you could probably say about this game, even though I don't care about racing games. So that's all I really got to say about it.
Yeah, it's probably the most gorgeous racing game I've ever seen. They talk about the racing and stuff like that is added to it too. I'm not sure though if it was just for the replay part of it.
No, in game, bro. You know.
Yeah, they said
yeah,
right, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was weary on it because the way they framed it, like they showed the steel, the car, and you know, going to look at it like the Forza Vista, so I wasn't sure. But it looks spectacular, honestly. And I've long thought that Forza games have been better than GT overall as far as racers go. So I'm pretty sure it'll be great overall in general. So I'm sold. But I like Forza Horizon more than the main Forza Motorsport games, though.
Wait, you like?
I
Oh,
mean,
you say like Horizon more than the main.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the freedom of that because I like arcade style racers more. But Forza Motorsport is pretty fun from what I've played in the past. So I'm pretty sure this will be great too.
Okay. Smooth.
Yeah, so I had a bittersweet thing about Forza. So I knew it was gonna be there, knew it was gonna look good, looks great, hit all marks. I just got disappointed when they said the release date was early 2023. It's just kind of like I'm happy to see it, happy it looks good and whatnot. But the fact that they couldn't get that out for this year is disappointing, honestly. So that's where a lot of this stuff comes into play. Don't have an issue with what was shown. Thought it was great, but I thought that Forza Motorsport would have been a complete shoe-in for 2022, like at least like end of the year, dude. But
Okay. All right.
my thoughts the same as BG's.
Okay. Flight Simulator.
Let's go. Copters, jet fighters. Funny that we're actually getting more updates, being able to fly a Pelican in the actual goddamn Halo Infinite game. Shameful.
Yeah.
That actually got me excited. I hadn't played for Flight Sim yet, but seeing a damn Pelican flying out into space, I'm like, now I gotta play this.
And
damn thing.
that's one thing I was wondering about because the game world is created by a binge. So if you're flying in space, what GPS?
What happened? You said it's
Bing, I'm
created.
sorry.
Yeah, bitch made the game. What'd you say?
That's what I
Bing,
thought.
I'm
What did he
sorry.
say?
I said binge.
Oh,
B-I-N-G.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's fucked up. All right.
I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with women making games? I was like, huh?
And Johnny, I thought he said the same. I'm like, I'm gonna keep quiet.
So yeah, the world is created through the GPS of Bing, B-I-N-G. But if you're flying in space, like how is it rendered? Because there's no, I mean, I don't know. Is there GPS in space? I mean, the satellites.
I was asking that too.
The satellites are still there. I'm just curious.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
I don't know. I think it's just the novelty of flying out with a Pelican into space. So
yeah, but
I
I'm
just wanted
saying,
to try it out.
could I be out in space and then like, because I know Pelicans can come into the atmosphere. Like, you can do a lot of cool things potentially with that.
Yeah,
Are you
they
talking
could.
about the bird pelican or like is there actually?
no, bro.
Never mind, Blandrew.
The Halo. See, you should have watched the conference, man. This
Don't
is
worry
crazy.
about it, Blandrew. Yeah.
That man, like, wait a minute, you get to fly birds up in here?
Yeah. Oh man.
It actually should be interesting to fly a Pelican because there's no plane that has like two rear-facing vertical like it's not a conventional, obviously it's a fictional vehicle, so it'll be interesting how you control it.
And you said you got the whole setup, right?
Yeah, I got yokes, flight sticks, throttles, pedals, I have everything.
How much did that hit you for to do all that type of shit?
I got it right before COVID, before everything got insanely expensive. So if you want it now, you're gonna be paying pretty premium.
Man.
Like for example, the yoke and the throttle right now is $500.
Sheesh.
All right. Next up was Overwatch 2. And so Overwatch 2 is going to be free to play, I believe it said, and it's coming out next year?
It's coming out October.
Oh, yeah, this year. Okay, October. And it's going to be free to play. And I found that interesting because the first Overwatch was $60, and nobody seems to have a problem with that. I'm not saying they should, but like, I feel like people would have been fine with paying for Overwatch 2, you know, because it's such a popular, you know, game, and you know.
I think it's the same. It's the same mess from the first one, though, BG. Like Overwatch 2 is mainly like it's got like the missions, the cooperative missions they add.
Mm-hmm.
Blizzard ran out of.
I don't understand this release honestly, because the Overwatch 2 is compatible with Overwatch 1. Like
it's got a lot of the same content.
Players and two players can play with and against each other. So it's like, okay, so they have to make it free at that point. It's like, what's the what will be the point? I think the only redeeming factor of the difference is the campaign or whatever, or some sort, whatever they're doing with that.
And I'm obviously not in the Overwatch crowd. It's not a game I care about. But I remember like when the first game, was around the time it was coming out, it was like such a big deal, right? Am I out the loop, or does it feel like it's not the same type of energy for 2?
Yeah, the hype isn't there because remember the beta had came out and that was disappointing. There's not any like drastic changes. The game feels more like an update versus an actual full blown like, oh, this is like the most anticipated sequel we've been waiting for.
So the chat is saying the PvE content still costs money, but the online component of what's on like Overwatch 1 right now, that's part of Overwatch 2, that's gonna be free to play. But if you want the PvE, where it's like the campaign missions, that's still gonna cost money apparently.
Oh, okay.
So like the new shit, yeah.
The biggest thing for me is much like Bond. For me, I don't really care for hero type shooters, but if they were to really expand on that franchise and make it, give it a solid, real full campaign, I would get into something like that because the character design and everything else like that, and the art style is just really dope.
I remember people being mad when they started like pushing agendas and stuff,
Yeah,
and like doing checklists and everything.
Yeah,
with
they
that
kept
game.
making characters like, identify as this or their
Reckless gaming.
Yes,
with their
sir.
sexual preferences, even though like it's completely irrelevant to the damn game.
They're still doing it, I believe.
I tried to get into Overwatch, I couldn't do it, man. You know what? Like when I play Overwatch, I never really felt a sense of accomplishment. Even when I won, it's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
That's my main problem with the game. Is like when you win in Overwatch, it doesn't feel like you won. It doesn't feel like winning and losing in Overwatch feels exactly the same to me.
Yeah, low key. Like, I don't know. That's a weird gameplay loop to me.
And it's like, even you could whether you have like 0 kills or 100 kills or assists or whatever, everything feels the same. It's like you don't feel like a loser or a winner no matter what you do in that game, to me. And that's why I was like, yeah, this is not satisfying at all. So I could never. I remember the PC community tried to they tried to get me up out of here when that game came out.
You wanted to use the mouse and keyboard on console?
No. What happened was I bought the game on console, right? I had a PC, but I think I bought it on console because I bought the disc, the physical version on console, because in case I didn't like it, I could return it. So that's why I didn't buy it on PC. So I made just a video talking about it, and I was like, I pretty much said this game sucks, and they pretty much made it to be like, oh, you don't like it because you're a console peasant. I'm like, oh, they gonna use that angle against me. I'm like, no, and I went and played it on PC. I'm like, this still sucks, but good.
I was gonna say, what would you all consider a consistent or successful player base if people were still playing the game? What would you say? Like 500,000, a million?
No, that's way high. I mean,
if they got that shit, they doing good.
So I just looked, and they got 728,050 players.
No, the game is definitely successful.
Yeah, we're not questioning that. We're
it's
just
definitely
like,
successful.
it's just
I
yeah.
hear you. I was only saying it to say, like, I don't personally care for it, the hero type shooters, but I feel that Overwatch 2 will be, it will do well at least.
Yeah, it's going to do well.
Yeah.
I'm worried that it's free to play. I do not like free to play multiplayer for obvious reasons.
Indeed.
BG will tell you everything.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
What about Warzone? Did you like Warzone from
I don't play COD anymore. I haven't played COD since college.
To be honest with you. I did play the Modern Warfare 2019 recently. I've been playing the campaign, but I don't care for the multiplayer.
Yeah. The next game, this was just CGI, so we don't really have an understanding of what the gameplay is going to be. It's Ara History Untold. It seemed like a history lesson, like reading like a playable history book. It seemed they showed different time periods in history and stuff like that. I thought at first, I was like, is this Civilizations or Age of Empires
I thought it was
DLC?
Age of Empires or some shit. I'm like,
wasn't sure. So, but yeah, there was no gameplay, so not much to say about that.
Yeah.
Is that Obsidian's game or?
No,
No, that's a global publishing name. I think it's Oxide Studio, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let me look to make sure.
Yeah, I think it was. And then after that, it was Elder Scroll Online. I guess this was an expansion. I guess it was an expansion. I think. Yeah, High Isle. Anybody play Elder Scroll Online?
I don't play Elder Scrolls Online.
Never have.
Nope.
I don't think
so.
anybody here is into Elder Scrolls Online or Fallout 76.
Yeah, I will admit, I love Elder Scrolls, but I haven't played online. I'm just not into MMOs much, but I do want to try it out. It looks like it's pretty fun. And by the way, yeah, it is made by Oxide Games, so the Aura.
Okay. Next is Fallout 76. I think this is also an expansion. The next expedition is called the Pitt. And it's the same place as the Pitt DLC for Fallout 3. I'm not a Fallout fan. I don't have anything to say about it. I'm surprised I'm a little bit surprised they're still making content for Fallout 76.
Well, yeah, it has a healthy player base.
Yeah.
And that game bloomed late, sort of like Rainbow Six Siege. Like stumbled out of the gate, and then kind of found once they start putting AI and stuff in there, they kind of found its pull, and they've been able to support the game every year since then. So.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it just came out so bad initially that people are like, don't even really try to give it a chance. I'm one of them, unfortunately, but yeah, I think like Smooth said, it has its own player base, it has its fans, so it is what it is. Hopefully, it's good enough for them.
All right, Arc 2 with Vin Diesel as I can't believe this, bro. Like I already don't like when they choose like, is Vin Diesel what you would consider an A-list celebrity?
No.
Okay, I don't know how they categorize them by what, but he's a known celebrity. I'll say that, right? And Vin Diesel ain't known for his acting.
It's about what they bring.
He is an A-list bald person, though.
Yes, yes.
If we go by the money that he brings in, he's A-list because they bring in billions with that Fast and Furious franchise.
That's just a Marvel man at this point.
It is.
And
on part 13 by now? What the hell?
10 is about to come out.
Jeez.
If Vin Diesel don't stop beefing with everybody, because apparently that's the problem. I think the director left because he got tired of Vin Diesel too.
Oh,
Him and Tyrese. Well, here's the problem with Fast and Furious.
Oh, here we go.
The bald, Jason Statham, The Rock, Vin Diesel, Tyrese. I think Ludacris was bald for a couple movies. Like they just keep casting bald people in that movie.
Hey man,
he gets people with hair. That's what you want.
2 bald person minimum, maximum.
Right. Yeah. When he rode up on a dinosaur, though, I knew it was Ark, but all I could think in my head was, did somebody say family? That's all I could think.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
I wonder how that would be. I didn't play the first Ark. I didn't really care for how it.
No, so I don't buy the trailers with Vin Diesel and everything like that, because Ark is not one of those games where it has like this dedicated
story.
Plot and story. It's literally a caveman sandbox game, like.
Right, but that was made me question. Okay, what's the point of bringing Vin Diesel in just for the look?
Yeah, that. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm like, all right, are they changing anything, or is it just he's just the mascot or some shit like that, or is he going to be like some sort of like template you can use for an avatar? I don't know.
Maybe they'll add campaign missions or something.
Because
like that.
that's what doesn't make any sense to me. Because the only reason you really bring into somebody for their likeness is to like maybe pull people's attention, but ain't nobody looking like, oh, Vin Diesel's in a game. Oh, let me stop and check what this is. Him riding on a dinosaur. Like, they ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, if it was a new Pitch Black, then maybe
Yeah.
I don't know if Ark is the one that's doing it.
I remember when Riddick was the original Xbox. Holy shit, that game looked wild and even crazier on PC.
Classic right there. I love that game.
Yeah. All right. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels DLC. They had this for Forza Horizon 4 also, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I think so. I think this looks awesome.
It does.
Mhm.
I'm hyped for it. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. It looks better than Forza, the implementation on the first Forza 4, rather. But it just seems samey, obviously, because they had it already. But I feel like if it's great, why not? So I'm all
Yeah,
for it.
people loved it, from what I know about the last one. So why not, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I thought to me this wasn't a big deal. I saw it coming. I didn't know if it was gonna be Hot Wheels or the Legos again, or if they was gonna just bring us to another part of like Mexico with like a different event. But I guess the cool thing about the Hot Wheels is because the location and you could do so much stuff with it. Especially with the volcanoes and stuff like that, high altitude on some of the tracks and whatnot. So I think that's what kind of brings the intrigue out to it. And then of course it has like the whole track editor. I'm pretty sure they're going to involve that in there. But other than that, I mean, it's something I was expecting, but to me wasn't that big of a deal.
Okay. Ooh, the next one is man, long-awaited Scorn.
Yeah, the disgusting game that just.
It seemed like he didn't really feel like excited about that the way he said it. I don't know.
So,
Scorn? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like this game.
I
feel like the developers of this game are really just selling the game off of being kind of like gross, right? Which I don't got a problem with like games being gross and gory, but I feel like that's all they try to like. That's the selling point. Because other than that, I don't feel like we've seen a lot of like actual gameplay. It's a first person shooter, I get that, but like feels just like a slow gross, I'm not. It's coming out this year, I think.
October, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
September or October? I think it's
October.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but I think this game is going to be hot garbage.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure one way or another which way it'll go, but I do agree with you that it seems like why am I here in this world, this nastiness and the umbilical cord. Yeah, it didn't sell me either. Even when I first saw it, I was like, okay, it's not what I want to play. So I'm not sure, but I maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I don't like to write stuff off yet. You know what I mean? Until I give it a try, but I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. I'll say that much.
I've never seen more of a game and known less about it.
Yeah, the game has no freaking like
character.
I don't.
Plot, enemy.
Yeah, it just. I don't get it. I'm not interested into it. It's like everything is. I don't like those airy, slow moving. Like this is how I imagine myself trying to play this game. I turn it on, right? The game starts. You're in the middle of this just location, and you just kind of have to figure out where everything is. But the part of that is that everything looks gross and slimy. Creatures. You don't know if something's a wall, a prop, or an AI, and it just has this super boring vibe. It's like
dry, drab.
Yeah, super dry. Yeah, a game like this I wouldn't mind releasing when you actually have like regular games coming out and whatnot, and then this could sneak somewhere on a store. But the fact that this is the only thing tangible coming out is just it's bother because it's the only thing coming out, and it's a game I'm not literally going to buy or play. I don't see myself playing this game. So that's the thing. It's like it's not even in a genre or anything that I like.
Yeah, I hate games that don't have color. I truly do. Like that was a very common thing during the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, where like it was just like games would just lack color for whatever reason. They thought it made it look, I don't know, more gritty. I think
that's what I was saying. Unless your game has like a good color palette, I'm skipping through it on this showcase.
Yeah, and it's like you can have a horror game, a game that's very dark in tone and theme, and it can still be colorful, bro. Like you can still do that. So this game doesn't look good to me. Next was Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. This game looks decent. I'll say decent, and I'm intrigued. I want to see more gameplay. It was one of the games that like actually stood out a little bit to me. Third person, action adventure game. They showed some cool combat in there.
Black main character, you know what I mean? Black queen.
I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to tell you, I thought Flintlock was the second best game of the show from what I saw. I think, and I said
I wouldn't disagree with that. I would not disagree.
I said this in your Discord. I know some guys got at me, but I think it looks better than Forspoken. I'm just being real. It looks that good to me. I love the art style. I love the direction. I love as far as how she looked. Let me say that over. I love the art style. I love the design. I meant to say that's how the character. I like the animations and the fighting style, how they gave it. Everything looked good. I didn't like that you only had an X, it seems to be the case in the gun, but or flintlock, I guess, right? But other than that, it looks pretty damn good to me.
Mm-hmm. Pretty decent. What you thought, Jack?
Hey, I agree. Looks good. I would actually rather play that over Forspoken, if I'm being honest.
I'm not mad at that take. Yeah.
It's actually made by the Ashen devs. If y'all remember that game, it came out a few years ago. Yeah. So there you go.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I would like to see more of that game. I wouldn't mind checking it out. Look cool.
Yeah.
We need to see more.
I'm looking at it right now. I'll take Forspoken over it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think Forspoken probably got like better graphics and shit like that, but I don't know about like the gameplay. I think the gameplay looked better in that Flintlock. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Minecraft Legends.
Pass.
I got it. I give that a run. I give that a run. I think Minecraft. I think the Minecraft games are better than the base game. So that includes dungeons, the story mode, and Legends was like an RPG spinoff. I'm with it. I think the game looks good.
It's a strategy game, like a.
Yeah, it's like an action RPG, right?
I don't know.
That's what I think. It's like somewhat like a Diablo type style. It's like a RPG, action RPG. From what it's shown,
strategy. Yeah, strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. From what was shown, it looks pretty good to me. I've never been into Minecraft, but that looks like something I'll give a try personally.
Yeah. And the next one was what amazed Blandrew the most: Frontier, a fresh start.
Yeah.
A Lightyear Frontier.
The Mech Gardeners.
Yeah, some people say it's like Stardew Valley with robots or farming simulator with a mech. What is it exactly, Blandrew, that intrigues you so much about using a mech to garden water flowers and stuff?
Well, I just like just gardening games in general, whether it was Harvest Moon. I didn't play Stardew Valley too much, but I did enjoy that from what I played. Rune Factory and Dragon Quest Builders. A lot of fun. I think it's because I'm a creative type, BG.
Okay.
They literally lifted a Stormcrow out of MechWarrior and put it into this game to garden.
Hey, but you're not you fuck with mechs. You're not interested in this?
No, when I use Stormcrows, I expect to kill clanners, but not garden things in the backyard.
That's what I said. I'm like, they put a mech in the game, and all the things mechs can do, we're gonna garden flowers.
Yeah, that's not.
We're gonna plant and water and seed.
That's an interesting concept, though. That's but that like the last thing you think about when you think about gardening is, I wonder what this would look like if I was on a fucking mech right now. You know what I mean? Like it's just some wild shit. Like
it's outside the box, I guess.
It might have a community with that.
Yeah,
maybe
it comes out this year too. The Lightyear Frontier.
It literally looks like, I gotta study this picture into the group chat. It literally looks like a goddamn Stormcrow.
Matter of fact, you know what? This game will probably go crazy on the Switch. Probably sell a cool 15 million on the Switch at minimum.
You ain't lying. I'd be surprised as hell seeing 48 million for a Mario game or some shit.
Yeah. Man, okay.
I just posted in the group chat. Tell me that doesn't look like that.
Let's see.
Yeah, pretty similar. Pretty similar in design, yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. Gunfire Reborn. A roguelike action game coming out in October. Jack, you're the king of roguelikes. What's your thought on this? I mean, in this podcast at least.
It looked cool. I don't know. It kind of seemed like it was made by furries. I don't know. It had like these little cute animal characters. Furry people that want to fuck animals, fuck humanoid version of animals. Yeah, I can see it appealing to that crowd.
Is that what furries actually want to do?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
which
You know,
furry
like
game?
movies
Oh,
like
Gunfire.
shit like Ratchet and Clank or shit like some of them Disney movies. Yeah, they want to fuck animals. Like
Hold up,
I
but,
thought
but
they
the-
just I thought they just like to dress as them. I didn't know.
No,
Like,
no, they wanna- they
oh,
wanna-
okay.
hold up, but
Wow.
the people in this community were going crazy over the Rachel character in the new Ratchet and Clank game.
did you say
No,
Rachel, sir?
I was just J.
Rivet, sir.
Rivet.
Whatever.
Ribbit, yeah,
Ra-
they were doing some
Rachel.
nasty stuff to her.
Yeah, so that's what makes furries. People be, you know, they don't be on that type of time. They actually be like, damn, I wouldn't mind fucking that weird animal looking, you know what I mean? So yeah, I can see this game attracted some of those people.
Yeah,
but
one of your ex podcast members, Jack.
hey, J May's my guy, man. I don't kink shame. I don't kink if
Because we're
J May
attracted to a Lombax.
if J May want to fuck River from Ratchet and Clank, listen, I support that. I ain't straight like that. Yes, sir. But Gunfire, what was it called? Gunfire Reborn. It looked alright.
That
It didn't really
that
blow my
Lombax,
socks off.
that Lom Bussy. Is that what it's called?
Excuse me?
The Lom Bussy. Is it? Would that be what it's called?
I don't know. Oh, you know
Hey,
one thing I
man.
will say about this
If-
Gunfire
if-
Reborn game. It was cell shaded. I don't know. This game might make me nauseous if I tried to play it though.
I was interested until it went into a first person shooter like
Yeah,
mode.
that too.
Speaking of which,
I kind of
you,
agree. Seems. Sorry, go ahead, brother.
you know how everybody complains about Sony making too much third-person games?
Yes.
Are we starting to get exhausted with all these first-person games from Microsoft?
Well, they got
I never-
variety. I mean, I will give them that.
I never been a first person fan, so
Yeah. I'm not a fan of roguelike games, so this game doesn't interest me.
Same here. Like every time I see one of them, I turn away. So
Yep, I agree. I'm with Smooth
oh
on
Smooth,
that.
you ain't fucking hate these Smooth? Come on, brother.
Is it
Love
Returnal a roguelike game?
Yes, Returnal's a rogue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hated that game.
I like them, but I can't play them as much as Jack. Like, cause Hades.
Amazing.
But after I beat Hades, like I think like 7 times, I was like, oh hell no, I'm done. Because how many times you had to beat that game to get the platinum, Jack?
I think I counted. I think it was like 115 times I played through that.
Hell
game.
no.
But the
Hell
game,
no.
but Hades, if you know how to play Hades, you can beat the game in 20 minutes. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it's a quick game. Like
Yeah, it's very short. It's just to get to unlock
oh, you
everything.
got to
get
you
the
have to
platinum,
do a
and-
lot. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did it about 40 something times. You got me faded, but I love Hades. I agree with you. You know, the game didn't really wow me. The cell shaded, they didn't look that good to me. But I think I like that it could be something that, you know, it's 4-player co-op. You can do some stuff with that. Have a little community nights with that. So I don't know. It might be something that turns out to be pretty good for the community.
BG, I'm confused here. I was about to give you props. Like, okay, I see him beating this whole thing without the mimic tier. What made you summon the mimic tier like midway through this fight?
At the last second. You know,
Yeah.
I don't like to test the AI. You know, sometimes I like to just bring out extra insurance, not play with them. You know, I don't like to play with my food. I like to get the guarantee. You know, so I was like, you know what? I don't got nothing to prove. That's what I tell myself every time I do it. I don't got nothing to prove to you niggas. So I just pull out the mimic tier.
And the
You-
sex
you
bot still in
de-
the chat. What the?
Well, I'm saying you definitely were playing because you had Hoarfrost equipped. You could have killed all 3 of those things in 30 seconds if you just Hoarfrost stomped them.
Yeah, that's the nerfed Hoarfrost though. I don't know.
Is that the actual name of it? Hoarfrost?
Yeah.
Yeah, HOAR. Not the whore you're thinking
Oh,
of.
all right. I'm about to say, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was horse stomping everything in the game.
God.
You like the whore frost? Yeah,
Stomping them
whores
whores.
stomping there. Yeah, whores come out and stomp for you. That's the
Hey,
secret.
that's fire.
Yeah.
Need that.
He said, is that really the name? It'd be, yup. The Hoarfrost stomp.
Yeah. The next game was the last case of Benedict Fox. This game, I like how this game looked. This game
cool.
looked good. It seems to have it's gonna have a cool story. It's a detective adventure game in this art style. They call it Burton-esque art style. Coming out spring 2023 on PC and Xbox. Day 1 Game Pass. Yeah, I like these type of games. It looks
When
cool.
when Psychonauts had a Burton-esque art style, you made fun of it.
You did make fun of it.
Is that what Psychonauts is?
Yes.
But the reason I didn't like Psychonauts, I said this on the other episode, Jack remembers, is like the disfigured, the disproportionate bodies.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like
You gonna-
their
you wanna
heads,
play it then.
their heads are huge, and then their like bodies are small. I hate that type of like. At least in this one, like their bodies are still in proportion.
Why can't somebody's
know?
head be shaped like a slice of pizza?
Nah, like it looked nuts to me.
Yeah,
They
niggas
were
was
nuts.
definitely built like Tick on that game. 3 feet tall, eyeball over their ears. He's like, bro, what the
Eyeball
fuck?
on the side of their forehead. It's
Like,
just
who the fuck is your parents, my guy? What happened to you?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like like Mr. Crocker from Very Odd Parents. Like, why this nigga got an ear on his neck?
yeah, shit crazy.
Herpes.
Boy, look crazy, bro.
No,
But
you
yeah, this
know,
game looked cool.
It did look really good. It has that Lovecraftian kind of style going on with it, as far as the dark, shit that's following you and chasing after you. It looks good as hell. It's actually probably in my top 5 shown in this showcase.
you should check out Metroid Dread if you're interested in that, BG.
EG, you
Not sure.
didn't buy Metroid Dread yet?
No,
Oh,
I
we
did
got
not.
beef.
You would really love that game too if you gave it a shot.
I was thinking about it. I just wasn't sure, man. I wasn't sure. Maybe
What
one day.
was the? See, this is why that game will never sell 5 million, because people like BG.
Hey man, I'm not the core Nintendo fan base. Listen, if they can sell 40 million Animal Crossing games, then they need to buy way more Metroid games. That's a Nintendo fan's fault.
Metroid will never get close to no type of numbers like that, bro.
But
I mean,
Dread is the highest selling in the series, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Here's the problem with Metroid. You would have to take Samus out of her suit and only have her in the Zero suit. Then probably de-age her by 15 years, and then Nintendo fans would buy it.
Might as well play Velocity 2X at that point. Yes, sir. Hit the right button, Andrew.
I never checked
Smooth.
it out, but it looks.
Oh my god, brother.
Smooth. Why do you say Psycho Nuts?
Psycho.
That does bother me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Was Psychonauts?
Psychonaut. How do you
It's
say
nuts.
astronaut? How do you say astronaut?
Oh, astronaut.
So is that but with Psycho instead?
Because for some reason it doesn't flow together off my tongue. Like astronaut.
But the word nut flow off your tongue.
Nuts flow.
Psychonaut.
So nut flow off your tongue, but not
Psychonaut.
There you
Psychonaut.
go.
Okay, Psychonauts. But it's the S. Psychonauts.
Psycho, because on your song you said Psycho Nuts. I was like, what the hell wrong with Smooth?
Yeah, it just kind of just.
Thought you had a stroke. All right.
Nuts just flow off the tongue.
Hey man, I don't kink shame. Like I said, shout out to Smooth.
Speaking of which, Smooth, that was a very good song. Much better than Halo, Gears, and Forza.
The first time I heard it, I thought it was absolute dog shit. But then I realized, like a day later, I was singing it out loud. Like I'm like, this shit is actually stuck in my head. Like, and then I went back. I'm like, this shit kind of hard for real. Like Smooth, you got another banger,
Nah,
man.
I knew that one was a banger the first time I put it on, bro.
You got another banger, man.
Here go
Shit's crazy.
BG. Always got to try to one up us,
I wasn't feeling it at first. I got to be honest. But then when I listened back to it, it was, yeah.
But it's crazy because Smooth uploaded that like 1 a.m. I was like, this nigga
it was,
Beyonce. I'm like,
it was the first thing I saw
midnight
when I woke
dropping.
up.
Yeah, he stealth midnight dropping songs. Like this nigga really think
That
he
was
Beyonce.
the world premiere, man.
I was like, what's wrong with this guy?
No, because it's like I did it and I was like, all right. Do I wait till the showcase or I schedule it, whatever? And my wife was like, oh no, just put it up. It's not that. It was like we were just like, all right, people gonna clown me anyway. So I was like, all right, I just put it out now.
You think Phil Spencer saw that Smooth?
Probably.
Yes, sir.
About to be an anthem. It's got like 5,000 views already. That thing is an anthem, dog.
Damn,
Certified.
Okay.
You work. Hey, you did kind of flow a little bit. You had little bars on that when you started trying to rap on that. I was like, all right.
Wait, Smooth, that was your wife recording you in that video?
Most of the recording came from my kids.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn, you got your kids doing camera work now, okay? I fuck with it. And they was kind of steady with that joint, though.
My daughter wants to be a YouTuber, so she knows how to do all this shit. They're just like,
Bruh, I can't even hold the camera that steady. I was like, okay.
I'm saying they did all right work, okay.
She's gonna grow up to be a surgeon.
I see it. Okay. All right. An update for As Dusk Falls. I don't even remember what this is.
Oh,
As Dusk Falls.
movement novel game. Like
yeah, it's like a stop motion game. It's like a motion comic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm actually kind of intrigued by this game. I don't know why.
This game looks like trash.
The reason I said this on my stream. The reason I like this is because it's showing a lot of white people in trouble with law enforcement. I need that, okay? I'm doing the most risky shit at the beginning of the game. I'm going for the cop's gun. I'm doing all I'm making sudden movements around these niggas. I'm trying to get shot in the first 5 minutes, okay? Listen,
They will give you
I'm on
30
that type
warnings.
time.
They were like, don't do that. That's it. That's all that's going to happen to you.
Well, what the fuck did you pull me over? What's going on here, pal? I'm getting crazy, okay? I'm trying to see where this shit go for real.
I want to speak to your manager now.
Yes, sir. What's your badge number? Now! Yeah. I'm on that type time.
Oh
You
man.
can't do this to me.
You're
Don't you know
going
who I
you're
am?
gonna end up in a quick encounter.
Hey, I'm trying to get the first ending off rip. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, that shit look fire.
I feel you. Naraka Bladepoint. Didn't this start out as a mobile game like a few years ago?
It you know, they announced it, I think, at an E3 some years back. It was going to be for the console and PC. I remember that, but it looks much more polished now, and I like it. I didn't think it was going to be some battle royale though, but that's surprising. But I like that they added a campaign, so I definitely might give it a shot, especially if it comes to Game Pass.
Okay, yeah, it's going to Game Pass.
It comes out the 19th,
The 23rd, I think.
or 23rd.
23rd, yeah.
No, that looks
Yep.
pretty good though.
Okay. Next was Pentiment.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This I don't know what the hell this game is. Like, just looking at it, I'm like, I just know I don't care and I don't want it.
Yeah, this game also looks like trash.
When Death Singer came through, you know, Death Singer, he's a staunch Xbox supporter. He was describing it to me as like it's like a Disco Elysium type game where you're a detective and you got to go throughout the little colony or whatever and figure out crimes. It's just the art style with this game, though, man.
Yeah.
I think that's really the biggest turnoff. And what was crazy, I didn't expect this to be Obsidian's game. Like, I knew they was working on another game, but I didn't expect it to be this one. I don't know, dog. I'm not.
Fact. It's a waste of Obsidian's talent, in my opinion.
Yeah. They're working on a lot of games between.
Yeah, it feels like they're working on 3, ain't there? Like
the 4. You got Outer Worlds, Avowed, Pentiment, and Grounded.
wow.
So
Yeah, this is because I think Obsidian is definitely like top 3 that Xbox has, you know, developers that they have. So like, yeah, I don't think they should be making. They're definitely above Pentiment and they're above Grounded.
Grounded is kind of lit though. I'm like,
I
I've
think
been
they're
holding
above
off until the final release, which is September, which the campaign and story is going to be out. That's when I'm actually going to play it.
I know I had a campaign.
Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah, it's going to be a part of the full release. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm ready to play it.
Fun. Grounded is fun if you get a nice little team, people and stuff like that. And Johnny, you streamed, right? So it might be something that'll be really cool for you to do, I think. But I was going to say, as far as Pentiment, I agree with y'all. It did not do anything for me. I was like, nah. I expected a little bit
But I
more.
said I wouldn't have my first party do that. I would have, this is where you call ID at Xbox, and it's like you don't like. I don't know, man.
I saw a few people that did like it though, because I mean, like we said before, some games appeal to some people, some just don't.
Now, people like it because it's first party. Maybe. If you would have told me, if I didn't see Obsidian on that thing, right, or didn't read any of the rumors and stuff like that, I would have been like, oh, this is just another one of those idea Xbox games, and it wouldn't have been on my radar. It's still not on my radar. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not on my radar. It's not the type of shit I like. I mean, there's a couple games on like Game Pass, you know what I mean, that are like that, and then even with like similar art styles, I try them, I boot them up, and it's just like, this is just not pulling me, dude. And I know Josh Shore, he's good with like his narratives and the stories. Great writing that comes with his games, but I'm not sure if I can overcome the art style and the lack of like, button mashing gameplay or at least shooting. So it's just not my type of game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Next was trailer for Grounded's full release, because it's been in like early access since it came out. Now it's coming out fully.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Or as some call it, Honey, I Shrunk the Little Nigga.
Yo. Hey, Smooth, you gonna drag me through that, man? That might be a stream, Smooth, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, I need to. I want to learn, but I feel like because I didn't I played a little bit through the game preview, but the thing is, I don't like doing game preview games. I was like, nah, just give it to me when it's done.
I saw people play the game preview. I was getting confused on like some of them puzzles. I would probably wouldn't have known what to do. So I'm gonna need you to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I want to I want to play. I want to get into it because I ain't got no choice. Ain't shit else. But
oh man, I like this. I like this.
I want to get into the game because I do like the concept of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and whatnot, and fighting like bugs and shit. and building bases and whatnot in a way that you can do it in that game and whatnot. But I was waiting for a pull, and the pulls I was waiting for was Xbox achievements, which they got a little bit earlier, and a actual campaign, story focused campaign that I'm going from A to B and kind of getting having a beginning, a middle, and an end. But I know for the most part, beyond that, it's more just like a sandbox, game, PvE, team up, take on like master spiders and mosquitoes and shit.
You ever build one of them big ass houses? I seen some people build like some big ass houses on that game, bro. That shit was crazy.
Man, I've seen some people make some crazy shit on there. Actually, that's why, Blandrew, that might be something you might like, since you like the whole like building aspect of stuff, right?
I was playing it in preview, and then I turned around and there was a spider jumping at me, and I turned the game off.
Really? Come on, dog.
Can't you disable that? I think they got some shit you can disable spiders, right?
Mode or something like that.
Yeah, there's a what do you call them? Like a
acrophobia.
Yeah, there's a phobia mode to where you can make them look like jelly beans, but
that's pretty smart that they considered that they put an option in there for that. It's pretty smart.
Yeah, because they give you because I remember when I seen a fucking spider creep out of a cave, man. I don't know, man.
Why are people afraid of spiders?
My wife is like, anytime we're watching a show, if a spider comes on the screen, she'll literally just
I'm not afraid of spiders.
Turn away, and I have to fast forward it.
But Jack, you said
I don't like rodents. I don't like rodents, but I don't.
Yeah, you said you were scared of the rats and plagues.
Yeah,
I can deal with that. It's
really.
Yeah, rats don't do it.
So you're about to see rats in a spider, bro? Shit,
big time, yeah.
I'm the same way.
Not in real life, but like on TV, I can see
a
rat and not be fazed by it.
Actually,
I'd definitely rather see a spider.
I'll take both. I live in Chicago. I've seen big rats all around and shit. They don't do nothing to me.
I don't understand why people have phobias of these things.
Shit, you want that hairy ass?
It's just dirty, man. Like,
I mean, I only have one phobia. Jack will already tell you that one.
Bald people.
Is it bald people?
Yep.
Wait, man, listen.
I got alopecia phobia. Is that what they call it?
Oh
yeah,
man. This guy.
No, those spiders though. I know what you're talking about, Blandrew. I've come out. I played it and they ran up on me. I was like, hell no.
Yep. Skyrim was probably the first game
the way
that got
they make
me.
them sound too, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I don't like that shit at all.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it in video games. Bald people are either overpowered protagonists or bad evil villains.
You saying that because of the God of War, aren't you?
I'm just saying. I played Spider-Man, and like every villain was bald.
Except Doc Ock, yeah. And he was going there. He was on his way.
He was halfway there.
He was on his way. He was on his way.
Kingpin was bald. Vulture was bald. Rhino is bald.
Tombstone.
They made Tombstone bald.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Maybe they didn't feel like rendering hair.
Maybe
you already know what time they're on.
Maybe that's why they put bald people in video games. They don't feel like rendering the hair.
Yes, sir.
Maybe.
What other villains were in that game? Electro was bald.
Miles Morales?
Hammerhead was in it, but he had hair though.
Taskmaster was in there, but he has a mask. I don't think he's bald underneath the mask.
He was also a woman. They just didn't tell you.
Oh no! Well, in the game, he was a guy.
Worst Marvel MCU reveal of all time.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Pretty stupid. I agree.
Horrible. The next game they showed at the showcase to me might have been the best thing in the whole showcase for me personally. It's Ereban, the Shadow Legacy. It's like this action adventure stealth game that's kind of like Tenchu or Origami, a little bit of Dishonored in there. I feel
that's the one that looked like Origami. Yeah,
I was like, this looks good. That could probably I felt comfortable saying like this is probably the one game that I'm like, yeah, this is probably a day one for me. Looked really good, looked fun.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good too.
Definitely here for it. Who makes this? I didn't even look up the developer.
No idea.
Let me see.
It's Baby Robot Games. And
Never heard of
Raw Fury's publishing it. Raw
I know
Fury, just
okay.
like Devolver, they be having some gems on the games they be selecting to publish. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it's pretty cool, but.
All right. Yeah, I look forward to that. Diablo 4, y'all had mentioned this already.
Blizzard has a lot to prove, especially based on their prior recent history of not doing anything good in gaming, and especially because Diablo Immortals is straight gutter trash. So they have an uphill battle. Blizzard legitimately used to be a top 3 developer, and now they have a lot to prove to gain back what they've lost.
From what I saw, it looked pretty damn good to me, and they showed an extended gameplay of it too, which some people were like, "Why are they showing so much?" But I thought they showed just the right amount. It looks really good. Visually, it looks better than the other ones. That's what held me off from past ones, that top down and lack of visual like fidelity, whatever. But this one actually looks really good. I like the customization and everything else in it too. Looks like something I would really get into. And I think, is it like you would know more, Bun? Is it like 4 players for that too?
Yeah, I mean, at minimum, it's probably gonna be more. Nobody is questioning the gameplay of Diablo. Let me make this clear and concise. The formula is good. Blizzard makes good gameplay. The problem people is the content or lack of content and the fuck shit. Because that's what Blizzard has been known for recently, adding fuck shit in the game. So if they can keep the fuck shit out of the game, we'll be good. But unfortunately, if you were a betting person, would you bet that Blizzard will be able to keep the fuck shit out of their game? And I don't believe so.
Maybe they learned their
you
lesson.
No. I doubt it. I mean, Diablo Immortal has 6 figures worth of booty boxes. You can't tell me they've learned their lesson.
Is that a mobile game?
Yeah.
Immortals,
believe
yeah.
so.
Immortals a mobile, yeah.
Is there any mobile game that doesn't have like a whole bunch of microtransactions though?
No,
I don't know about 6 figures worth. Shit.
Mm.
I mean, man, look how Blizzard has been treating their fan base since Diablo Immortals reveal. People thought that shit was a joke, which it kind of was, and then oh god, don't
That
get
the
me
game
wrong.
where dude was like, y'all don't have phones? Is that game?
Yep.
I remember that shit. I remember
I hope this game is good, but at this point, Blizzard needs to release Overwatch 2 needs to be good. All their games need to be good because Blizzard's been losing a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Confidence. I don't know.
I think Overwatch 2 will be good. I think Diablo 4 will be good. Just going by how it, how they presented it to me, it looks like it's gonna be dope as hell. I know what you're saying though on the money, as you call it, the money booty, right?
Yep.
But other than that, it's just gameplay wise and everything, it looks dope as hell.
But even a game like Overwatch, which is a good game and people like it, Blizzard just finds ways to turn people off. Oh, we got to change this character's name. Oh, this character is now bi-regular, or this character is now non-irregular, or buying it. Like, dude, just make the game. Please make a game.
Before Bond gets us in any more trouble.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, when you're making a game, you got to prioritize making a game. Blizzard, to me, prioritizes so much shit that is detrimental to or just not even, just make the game. Period.
Yeah.
Make the game.
Okay. We're almost done. Next game was Sea of Thieves Season 7. Coming out.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary to come out with more seasons? What do you mean?
No,
July 1st.
We had the showcase. It just wasn't.
Okay. Hey,
why is that?
It wasn't needed. The trailer was them singing. They didn't even show off the season 7 content.
It was a cool song. I give the marketing team points on that song.
As a person
nice little
that
jingle.
doesn't like Sea of Thieves, I respect Sea of Thieves because unlike
Same.
043 Studios, they actually know how to support a game and keep it running.
Fair
As
enough.
far as Sea of Thieves, I played the last time I played the game, it was bare bones as hell. I got a lot of people trying to get me on it. We're gonna start doing game nights for it.
I mean, you haven't played the game since 2018.
It's been a minute. Yeah, if I played it, I was like, nah.
There's so much content on there. I don't know when you ain't gonna be able to catch up.
I know, right? That's a better problem to have than nothing to play then, bro.
Exactly. Here's the thing: Sea of Thieves is more popular than fucking Halo.
It might be right now, but that's
it is.
I believe you. That's the content situation. That's why I said Halo is not a bad game. Halo is a great game. The problem is just the content, And for 343, I don't know if it's them. Like some people were saying, "Oh, the devs, they're bad devs." I don't agree
They are
with that.
bad devs.
I think it's
they
the
are
fact
bad
bad
devs.
management. I don't think it's that they're bad devs. I think it's bad management for them personally.
Devs management, they can't. They are 043 Studios. They have not had one good Halo game or one good Halo game that has hit every mark.
I can agree with that part. I would say, but I would say they have had a few good Halo games actually. But if you say
Halo
every
th-
mark, I agree.
Yeah, Halo 4 was not a good game. Halo 5's campaign was borderline ludicrousness.
Halo
And
4's
Halo
campaign was great though.
I can't. I hate the fucking die deck.
I love.
They
You
can
don't like
fuck.
the
They
die
can
deck?
fuck. They can and all their weapons. They can all burn in hell.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the Forerunner weapons. I hear that a lot, but I love
And
Halo 4.
Halo Infinite, the campaign was unfinished. The multiplayer, let's all be real. Halo Infinite's an unfinished game across the board, whether it's multiplayer content or single player. The game's an unfinished game. And then we're not getting any content, and yet we're hearing about how overworked they are because these niggas suck. They can't get the job done. At this point, I would rather a team from Call of Duty or one of whoever works on Wolfenstein or Doom to take over. Or 043 Studios has had long enough to prove that they can't handle Halo. It's time to give them up.
I don't know, man. I feel like their devs still do their job. I think it's just management. I think they need to do management structure going on. I think Bunny Ross maybe needs to go.
They had 10 years and $500 million. If you can't get it done, you can't get it done.
Well, we don't know the $500 million to be true. That was just speculated. But that is not actually confirmed.
They still had 10 years.
Agreed. No, I agree with that. That's why I say management, because they didn't know what they wanted to do. They were going to have, it came out that data miners looked into it. It was going to have a hero shooter. Then they switched from that back to the classic style. Then they had the engine issues where they had tried to use Unreal Engine 5. That was the biggest issue. There was like 4 years of getting.
I hear what you're saying, but bad management has nothing to do with the team not being able to put simple things like co-op and Forge into a game.
No,
Fucking Returnal got co-op before Halo.
I get you, but I think it's like when it comes down to it, if you don't have the management all over the place and you don't have a structure set up properly, I think all of that comes into play. And I don't think they're not capable of it. I just think they're not guided right. You know what I mean?
And you make a great point, because that's probably been the number one criticism I've had with all Microsoft's acquisitions and studios. It doesn't matter how much talent you have if you have dickheads at the top that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Hey, I won't argue that. I think I've argued before in different spaces and situations that the management has long been an issue with Microsoft and their thing. So I'm with you on that one.
Okay. Next is Ravenlok. Don't remember what this is. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
with
I
you.
don't remember.
Ravenlok is the game that you guys remember Echo Generation?
Oh yeah, the game
Yes.
was cool. I know what you're.
Yeah, so it's made by them. It shares similar graphics, but instead of it being a turn-based RPG, it's like more so of an action adventure.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks really colorful. I like that. Blandrew would like it.
Yeah, I'm
like
definitely feeling it. So
I thought Echo Generation was a timed exclusive. That shit still ain't on PlayStation. I'm about to play it on. Is it on Game Pass? I don't even know if it's on
it's
Game
on Game
Pass.
Pass.
Real shit. Game Pass on PC.
This game looks interesting.
Yeah.
Real shit.
See, I told you. I know Blandrew.
Yeah. One of this Pokemon looks like a
got it right,
Digimon. Excuse me, this monster
Pokemon.
looks like a Digimon.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that looks pretty good though. I agree. I'm not like overly excited for it, but it looks pretty decent. I like the Echo Generation.
Is this your gameplay too, BG?
Yeah.
So you just decided today it was just going to be you boss flexing?
I needed some gameplay, and I went deep into the archives, and I was like, oh, I got God of War Valkyrie gameplay, so I was like, let me just use a bunch of that.
They checking your colon on her. That's crazy.
Oh, cap. Absolute cap.
Hey man, I don't know, man. It's looking spooky.
Absolute cap. I got hit like once. I barely got hit. She just stomped on me right there, but I barely got hit. Other than
You had
that.
a tick of health one of them fights. That shit was crazy.
She's stomping the shit out of you.
Stop this.
You was on your ass, man. I don't know.
Stop this.
Oh, I see the stomp now. I see the stomp. Oh man.
Why didn't you just jump out of the way?
I mistimed it.
I get it. Don't
No,
jump
because
button.
you know what could throw you off when you freeze the bosses, right? When you cause frost on them, it actually slows them down, right? So that actually can cause you to mistime your dodge when they do that move. So that actually happens to me sometimes.
Freeze abilities are like the best abilities in any PvE game. Freeze is always overpowered.
Like a poison damage over time joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, like anything that like slows down enemy attacks, weakens the like look how good Frost was in Elden Ring.
Yeah.
By the way, somebody asked me why I'm not playing on Give Me God of War, because this was when I went to get the platinum for the game. I already beat the game on Give Me God of War back in 2018. This is when I was just getting the platinum. So I was not about to do that again.
All real ones already got them shields. All the real ones already got them shields. You know what I mean?
So
use your shield, BG.
One of the few games
I got it
as well.
Mm-hmm.
The only tough Valkyrie battle for me was the last girl. What's her damn name? What's that girl name?
Queen?
Sigrun.
Yeah.
Sigrun.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the showcase Cocoon. This was a game where you play as some type of bug, I think.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
And I don't know, it kind of reminded me of a little bit of Death's Door, very loosely.
Yeah, I can see that.
But other than that,
it looks good to me. I think it's interesting. I don't know, maybe the music would help carry it, but I like the little charm. It seemed a little charming type game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice little art style and stuff like that. If the platforming is solid, it could be something good.
Yeah. All right. Persona 3, 4, and 5 finally coming to Xbox. Still not on Switch.
Still not on PlayStation.
Oh, well, hey. They were on PlayStation at one point, weren't they?
Insane. They was a PlayStation exclusive
Yeah.
at one point.
I got them on PlayStation. Not my fault. Y'all bumps couldn't get it on PS2.
This was
I got them.
This was pretty massive. A lot of people, even my podcast mates, they've kind of downplayed it because they're not really into that type of stuff, like JRPGs too much. But this is pretty massive in general because, like you said, it was just exclusive for so long, and Atlas was just like anti-Xbox, it seemed. So this is pretty big, and we got a lot of big contingency. Well, I ain't gonna say big. We got a decent sized contingency of JRPG fans on Xbox that complain.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
We got some. I can show them to
Believe
you.
it or not, over the next month or so, Alice is releasing about 4 games on Xbox. You got Soul Hackers. There's this other one that's coming
Damn,
out.
Switch ain't getting Soul Hackers, Blanchard. What's good?
You buying any of them, Smooth?
Absolutely not, unless it's
I'm right now.
if it's in Game Pass, I'll download it, try it.
Nah, Soul Hackers is 60.
Smooth. I'm gonna have to cut you off and call you to the stand. All right.
Uh-oh.
For the honorable Judge BG.
I can already tell this nigga's guilty. I'm telling you right off the bat. I already know.
Now, as the prosecution wants to bring to the table, as nigga Smooth was always crying and complaining. Nobody puts RPGs on Xbox.
Remember Final Fantasy?
I'm not supporting these games on PlayStation. These games need to come to Xbox. Okay, cool. And as Blandrew said, these games don't come to Xbox because y'all niggas don't support the games. Now that these games are coming, what does Smooth do? He ain't buying the games. So
in his defense,
he only let me finish real quick. He only wants these games on Xbox for console war list. He don't care about them.
They're not exclusive. It's not a word.
No, in his defense, he did say it was the principle of it more so than him actually wanting to play the games.
There you go. There you go. So when these games come out and they flop and they don't come out again, I don't want to hear y'all niggas cry anymore. Especially if you weren't ones that bought the game.
Yep. Supply and demand, Smooth.
Question:
I don't want to hear it.
Is Soul Hackers is it hack and slash or is it turn based?
Turn based.
Okay, then sorry.
Not Smooth. You have to buy Persona. You have no choice.
Yeah,
that's on Game Pass.
Y'all
crying okay, well,
it's on Game Pass. Yeah.
You gotta download it.
The beautiful thing
I'll
about
definitely download it.
Yeah, the beautiful thing though, Bun, is about this coming to Game Pass. All of those fears that you just said, that those alleviated already. They're going to
No,
get money from Xbox, and then it's going to be plenty of people that play it through it because they never experienced it. The game is going to do fine.
Here's the thing: the game Atlas was never anti-Xbox. It's clear that Microsoft had to pay them to make it financially viable for them to put in a system that typically doesn't support or buy these games.
Yeah,
There's
Xbox.
a reason for that though.
Yeah,
Like,
Atlas isn't anti-Xbox. It's that Xbox fans are anti-JRPGs. That's the.
There you go.
But there's
So
a reason for that.
this
See,
is
that's
a
why I say it's
testing
insidious
ground.
though. It's insidious though, right? Because the reason Xbox fans don't play-
Insidious.
I'll tell you why. Because what Sony did for so long is they money-headed exclusivity for JRPGs. So
No, they
now
didn't.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, so you can only get certain JRPGs, or they had favor with these people. So there will only
Do
be
you-
those JRPGs on Sony products, right? So Xbox fans were just voided of them and just said, okay, well, we'll just play these games. So you would go to PlayStation to get that, or you go to Nintendo to play them, right? So
Yeah,
now
you don't.
that's
so,
the
hold-
problem.
hold- But
That's
why,
why.
if they're on Nintendo and Sony, how is Sony money having these games?
Well, sometimes
These
Sony
games-
would, like Final Fantasy,
No.
for instance, right?
No. Here's the thing: they don't money hat those games. Those games sell on PlayStation, and those games are too graphically intensive for Switch. So that's why they put those games on PC and PlayStation. There's no
So you're telling me
market
Final
on
Fantasy
Xbox.
wouldn't sell on Xbox? Is that what you're saying?
And the last ones didn't. That's why I stopped putting them on.
They are all on there, and they didn't stop. So my whole thing
Yeah.
is that they didn't put them on there because those games were only on
They
PlayStation
weren't
platforms.
selling. That's why
No,
it took so long for Dragon
my
Quest
point.
to come to Xbox.
See, one thing leads to another. That's what my whole point is. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
It's not
money
that it's-
talks.
Yeah, money talks. But I'm saying to you that it's not just a factor of Xbox gamers didn't want to buy it. No, it's not the case. It's deeper than that. It's more nuanced. It's the fact that those games were a lot of times money headed or just didn't come over to the platform. So a lot of times Xbox fans would migrate over to PlayStation or Nintendo to play those games. So by the
Look.
time they're on Xbox, it's like, why would I want to play it over here?
If the Xbox dudes were buying these games, they would be on the machine. It's as simple as that. So here's the thing. These games are coming. And Atlas is going to be looking at the engagement of these Persona games. Atlas is going to be looking at how many people buy Soul Hackers. Because let's be real, a lot of these Japanese games sometimes sell better in America on PlayStation. And even during the 360 era, a lot of those Japanese games, like Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden, those games sold better in America. So it's not that American people on Xbox don't buy Japanese games.
Well, you
It's
just
just
made my
simple.
point for me. That's my entire point. Like Xbox 360 is a specific point because a lot of those games, JRPGs and stuff like that, did come to it. For one,
It
Xbox
did.
supported it a lot. It's a lot of things. That's why I say it's nuanced. Microsoft had to be better at actually getting those games over here. So Phil is making a good push into him and team now. So that's good. But it's a factor that also, like during the Xbox One generation, Microsoft wasn't backing Xbox like that. As we all
Nope.
know. So
You're
that's
right.
what helped hurt it too. But it's just a lot of different things that helped hurt it. I don't think it's just that Xbox fans don't want to buy it or play them. I think it's
I
deeper
mean,
than that.
at the end of the day, if people don't buy the game dies.
Yeah, but I think
Or
this will
people
be
won't do
fine.
it. So
Yeah, them putting it in
Atlas-
Game Pass though, I think alleviates that fear. That's what I'm saying because they got
exactly.
that paid off, so they're going to be good one way or another.
So Atlas is looking for all you Xbox fans. They are checking out the engagement, the downloads, the completion time, whatever on Persona. They're going to be checking out how many people buy Soul Hackers 2. So if y'all don't support these games and y'all don't buy these games, I don't want to hear you complaining about how you don't get these games.
And Umbra, I don't know how long you've been around, but like historically, JRPGs were always like public enemy #1 for Xbox. For whatever reason, they were always just the most, some of the most attacked games out there. But
Japanese handouts,
You got a lot of people. You got a lot of people that
trap.
You do have some idiots out there. I've heard them say that. I do understand where you're coming from with that, but I think that those are the minority, and overall, I think it's just that you came across the loud majority, right? The loud minority, rather. I think it's more open now, more so too, because of Game Pass has kind of opened people up to trying more different things. I think it'll be fine though, personally. And I look at other games that recently that came over, JRPGs and such, that did very well by the standards of those companies that came and praised Xbox for it. So I think it'll be fine, personally.
All right.
I'm gonna
Next game.
disagree, but I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. Next game, Team Ninja, Wolong Fallen Dynasty.
Look
Now
dope.
that's looking good.
Look dope.
You
as
know,
hell.
Team Ninja is really good at the action, the action RPG type games. It's looking good.
That was a
But-
Lubu at the end, wasn't it?
That was Lubu. I used to run from his ass in Dynasty Warriors too.
Yeah.
But no, that looks dope. I thought it was going to be Ninja Gaiden. Am I the only one that thought that? When I
just
saw
need to see
Ninja
more.
and all pop up.
Itagaki left. I think Ninja Gaiden's like kind of done for a while.
Unfortunately, I love Ninja Gaiden, but I thought that was going to be it. But then you can
No,
tell
I thought it was like going to be an Omnimusha, but then I looked at the studio. I'm like, nah, it can't be.
yeah, it's Capcom right there.
Yeah, and so, but producers of Bloodborne and Neo, so
Yeah, that's true
Yeah.
too. No, it looks dope as hell though. I want to see what they do with that. But it's interesting because they're taking it into the mythos of Dynasty Warriors with this, but they're making it like dark, right? So I'm
This
interested.
game is
It's a
different.
Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah, it's
We
like
don't
a
get
fusion with
what has the characters. We don't know
Yeah.
anything else.
has the three dynasties as they call it, right?
All
Yeah.
I know is that was definitely Lubu because I've ran from that nigga too many games not to realize who he is.
You and me both. And he still caught up to me and beat my ass. But I know what you're talking. I
Yeah,
said the same thing.
They even show his name. I'm like, yep, that's Lubu. But this is a different game. This Wulon game is a different game than the Wukong, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
different.
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is less Dynasty Warriors and more of like a single player action adventure RPG or something. I just don't want it to be a Muso game.
It's
Right.
from the way I'm looking at it right now, and it kind of resembles a Muso game.
this
Oh,
is
we'll
what I think it is. It looks like it's gonna be like one of those Souls games in the freaking Dynasty Warriors universe.
I'm not
That's all.
sure. I'm not sure.
That's a vibe I'm getting.
It looks like it has too many people and like war going on to be a Souls game.
It looked kind of like a Neo, like the Neo game that they have on
Neo
Yeah, I
also
like
kind of have
Neo.
like a Souls like vibe, at least.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what Neo is. We'll
Is
see.
this your gameplay too, BJ?
Yeah.
This man's a
Yo,
narcissist, ain't it?
Did anybody send that BG any gameplay?
What do you mean? The gameplay, the first 3 games weren't mine. Let me see. What was it? It was the
Hey man, send your
Digimon.
gameplay to BG, man. Send your gameplay.
It was the Digimon gameplay. That wasn't mine. And the Fortnite, that wasn't mine.
That's
And
true.
oh yeah, everything else is mine. But my gameplay's great.
Oh, I forgot to tell everybody. Yeah, my Twitter's back. Go ahead and follow me again. After
Yeah,
my
go
long month hiatus. That Twitter must have had a change of heart and brought me back in a regular month.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Hey.
You're already trying to get kicked out. All right, last game of the show, Starfield. So, man, yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
This
I'm
is
not.
going to be a good game, but this presentation definitely looked midfield. I mean,
Yeah,
it reminded me of funky ass shooting and No Man's Sky. So it's not coming out for a year. I expect it to improve a lot, but man, whoever was in charge of making the sizzle reel or getting people invested in this, you need to step it up next time.
It's not a good trailer in my demonstration, I should say. I don't think it showed off the game in the best way, in the best light. Also, at the same time, it's not my type of game. I'm not really into. I don't like Skyrim. I don't like Fallout. So people say this is one of those games in space. So just being. It's not a game I would probably like regardless, even if it looked better and they showed it off in a better way. It's not something I would probably like anyway. So, but it doesn't seem to be polished as of yet. Honestly, I think it's supposed to come out next year. I think they definitely need, I think this should come out the end of next year. Because before then, I think might be too early. It definitely needs like a whole year, the rest of this year, and then majority of next year to be worked on and kept in the oven. And I'm just not sold on like a lot of the the promises and selling points of this game either. Like, oh, you know, like the stuff they try to sell you on with these games, like, oh, it's you can go to all these planets, there's 1,000 planets, and like, okay, well, what is on those 1,000 planets? Is there actually some density and something to do on those planets, or is just planets just to be there? You know, like, so I question that type of stuff. But
let Smoove go next. I want to hear what Smoove says. Time to make some money. Go ahead, Smoove.
Oh, you want to make? No, I mean, I was actually, I liked what I saw from Starfield. So like that was one of the presentations I didn't have any issues with. I like the way the game looked. I mean, sure, it had its, Bethesda flaws, shoot up in some of the scenes and whatnot, but overall for what they're going for, I was happy to see gameplay. It seemed, like it's going to have some sort of decent combat. You know what I mean? I don't I'm not the biggest Bethesda fan, and I'm not the biggest, on RPGs, but once I start, you tell me I can have a gun and I can shoot it and play like a regular shooter, I'm already having interest. As far as the world, the game does seem like it's going to be super bloated. I don't think I'll probably go beyond one planet or two, but it looks like it's very ambitious. And I hope they do make their. I hope it comes out early next year, but I think despite Banya, you want to make some money, you think you're going to make money, I still think this is going to be a 90 Metacritic game. So
no, okay, we got it March 27th, but I'm looking at my bet calendar.
Mm-hmm.
You made a bet that Last of Us remake will be day one on PC, May 1st, correct?
I made a bet that Last of Us the remake would be on PC. Yes,
day one.
Day one on PC.
Yeah,
you did say that.
I did say that. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be day one, Smoove.
They haven't confirmed. They said it's in development for PC. They just haven't confirmed. There's a release date for there's a release date for PlayStation. I'm gonna wait
September 2nd.
Yeah, until we get that confirmation, bro. Like I'm not going until they say until they say like I'm watching that shit closely, but like.
I kind of want to lose this bet just so I can just see Jack lose his shit.
Man, it's the writing on the wall, man. We already know what's going on with that shit, man.
Writing on the wall?
Yeah, man.
So?
Yeah, man.
So
we know
when is Nintendo going to join the PC master race?
Any other thoughts on Starfield before we move on?
Hey, you want to do a super chat break after this, BG?
Yeah, after Starfield, yeah. Any other thoughts on Starfield?
Yeah,
I don't real quick before you go on, bro. Once again, I feel like the fan base, my problem is the fan base always like, I feel like the fan base puts the noose around a lot of these games' necks, because it's like, listen, y'all don't have to hype this game up as much as y'all do. You could say, oh, I believe the game is going to be good, it's going to be great, but like, it's always the window jumpers. It's going to be the best thing ever made, the best thing since Pants with Pockets and all that stuff. That's what ruins it for games like this, because then when it's finally shown and it's not like this groundbreaking,
it'll never be able to impress.
Yeah, it'll never be able to meet that expectation that you set up for it. The developers didn't even hype this game as much as the fans did. Like, y'all made it. It's always this it's going to be this earth-shattering game. Time is going to stop and all this shit. Like, y'all just got to relax. So
I blame Xbox University.
Oh man, he was mad as shit today. Xbox University, that shit was hilarious.
Serves his bitch ass right. All he does.
Oh man,
is just like, and I would say it to his face if he's here, and I've told him before.
You have
blind hope and hype ain't realistic. Like, I mean, like the fact that he said that 2022 is a wash, but 2023 is going to be hype. Nobody should ever listen to him ever again. Because we've had to listen to him all year about, the takeover is coming, Microsoft's ready to regain the throne, and they're gonna dominate, and now it's back to, we gotta wait a whole nother fucking year. It's like, dude, stop.
I don't think we have to wait a whole year though. I'm gonna just name this off and I'm gonna give my thoughts, right?
I agree, but he said that.
Speaking of university, I just need him to get rid of that Danny Phantom profile picture. It drives me.
He got a new. It's a new one now. It's a new one. You see the new one, right?
Yeah, it's a light-skinned Danny Phantom with grills and in a fade.
What?
Like a gas station T-shirt. One of them joints.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Umbra. What you was
I'm just going
gonna
to say,
say?
like, this year is actually really solid. If you look past just first party, that's the issue. If you talk about first party, I would agree with anybody that says like first party is dry. Okay, I get it. But if you're talking about overall, as far as everything that's coming, it's a crazy list of good games that's coming to the platform. So I don't even hear that when I hear that. It's like whatever. That's just noise. But as far as Starfield, I thought it looked spectacular. I couldn't even find the right words to actually give all the superlatives I said when I saw it because it just looked damn good. I love Skyrim, by the way. I love Oblivion. So, and I love Fallout. So I get why you're not feeling it, BG. I get it because it's not your style, right? But I like a wide breadth of games. Honestly, I do, and I love Western RPGs. So that just appeals to me off the jump. You know what I mean? So I love the whole aspect. It also gave me that Mass Effect kind of vibe more than anything else. Just the whole starfaring thing. I liked seeing the space battles that they showed in here. And it, of course, it had that silence sound because, of course, there's no sound in space. I like that. It just looks dope as hell. I like the lighting. I like the sound. They clearly have to work a bit on the hit detection and stuff. You saw when he was shooting people, it wasn't registering like they weren't like being affected necessarily being hit, but they weren't like bouncing back or
Reacting,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, so that they have to work on, which is, of course, I'm sure that if we see it, they've seen it. So I'm sure that's part of why they delayed it.
You get a better spacesuit too. That shit looked like
Oh, they got a lot. They got a lot. Did
like
you
an
see the concept art?
astronaut spacesuit. Yeah, I did, but it just looked
Yeah.
weird. Like it was a weird choice of suits to use for like a gameplay demo. He looked like a real life astronaut, and yet
I think that's what they're
work.
going for, though. I think they're going for the whole aspect that's just kind of based in reality.
Hey, Umbra, did you like No Man's Sky? Did you like play that heavy or?
I didn't really play it much, and that's it's another one that suffered me playing it early, where it was too bare bone for me to care about it. You know what I mean? So I have to go back to it. But I heard it's crazy now, from what I've seen and such, and been told to people who love it. And then I don't have and I was in a space before I came here to joined you guys, and they were talking about that too. And a lot of people were like, oh, it looks like No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky. I get it, right? But I think you're gonna have that problem when it comes to sci-fi and spacefaring type games, no matter what. Because Mass Effect could be said the same. You could throw that literally at Mass Effect too, in some ways. You're gonna have that issue where you have to mine for minerals and things of that nature and travel off, whatever. I think the Thousand Planet thing that sold me a lot too. I know a lot of them want to be procedurally generated 9 times out of 10, BG, because I heard you mentioned that part. 9 times out of 10 is going to be procedurally generated, most of them. But I'm fine with that if they're like competent maps. At least it's not like, oh, just go there and just get some water or this and some dumb shit like that. But the aspects that is all those planets, all the dialogue choices and stuff that actually matters. That's the thing about Obsidian game, not just Obsidian, but Bethesda too, where they give you such a wide breadth of choice and things that affect your actual endings of your games. That to me appeals to me greatly, and I think that this is going to be spectacular. It's 25 years in the making for them, as far as going to get this out. I think it's going to be great. Personally, I love what I saw. It's just some minor technical things they got to fix. Obviously, some stuttering of the frame rate too here and there. So I'm sure they're going to get that up to a crisp, at least 30, I would say, at the very least.
Oh, pause. Like crisp 30.
I'm being funny, but if they could get it to 60, that'd be great. I hope they do, but I don't expect it just because of them being who they are, and that engine I don't think is primed for that personally. But who knows? But
I think
I
they'll
liked a
have
lot
the
of what I saw.
60 option though.
You think so?
Because
Yeah, you might be right.
if the game can run in any capacity on the Series S, then the Series X should, in some form of capacity, whether it's 1440 or 1080p, should be able to run it at 60.
That makes sense. You might be right. I just I feel like Bethesda. I don't know if they're the greatest when it comes to the technical part of some things, but you might be right. The engine, obviously, the Xbox is capable of it, so we'll see what they do. I loved it though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like even if you go to customization from the characters to the ships, and it's gonna be crazy on PC when it comes to the mods and shit like that. They're gonna have Star Wars up in there and everything else. So I'm
Well, they
hyped.
finally got rid of the Bethesda launcher. They're coming back to Steam, correct?
Right. Yep. That's true.
Because the Bethesda launcher was the bullshit they put in that was like blocking mods and doing all kinds of goofy shit.
Yeah, man. I'm hyped. I'm being honest, and I'm not even one of those. Like, it's the greatest or whatever. Blah blah blah. I just get hyped for shit. You know what I mean? If I love a game or something I'm seeing, I'm gonna get hyped for it. I think that's why like I'm an optimistic kind of guy too. So even I may have even come made too aggressive even at you before, Bond, because I'm just optimistic. So when I hear like what it seems pessimistic, it obviously rubs me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Realistic.
But it just feels cynical to me when I hear some of the talk sometimes from gamers.
I'm definitely cynical.
Yeah, sometimes it just feels that way.
I've been right for 10 years about Xbox, and I've only been wrong in 10 years once about Nintendo.
Well, I don't know. I just met you today, but I'm just saying, like, as far as gaming go, I just don't come into it cynically. I come into it with a positivity. I come into it, it's just different of how we look at it. I'm not.
Where you from? I'm just curious.
Me, Chi-Town.
Oh,
Chicago.
yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
I
don't
know.
Most Xbox, we got enough negativity around here that I got to be positive. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Most Xbox fans, I mean, let's be real. You have to be an optimist, positive person to even be an Xbox fan.
I'll give you that.
So you like that casserole pizza then?
Oh, I don't like casserole too much at all. But
no, y'all pizza.
that
thick. He ain't no deep dish, right? He ain't no deep dish.
You like that deep dish stuff?
I don't like deep dish. I don't like deep dish pizza.
Okay, all right.
Chicago pizza is better than rat pizza.
No, it's not.
Yes,
We're not gonna.
I think Chicago pizza is the best, but I don't like that deep dish. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But we have other types.
To me, I call it lasagna or a casserole. That ain't pizza. So
I call it a tomato cake.
You don't like lasagna, BG? What's wrong with you, bro?
Oh yeah, lasagna bomb. You don't like that?
Lasagna's fucking amazing. This dude is crazy.
It's all right. He probably tried to make lasagna with a hamburger helper.
Oh, brother.
They put no meat in it. He had cheese and noodle lasagna, man.
Oh, brother.
And that's where it went wrong.
Yeah. No, but I'm hyped, man. And I think we got a solid year. Like I said, it's just that if you go off first party, yeah, I can see why people would be pessimistic against Xbox. But if you just look at overall of what's coming to the platform and everything coming to Game Pass within the next 12 months, it's all good for me.
Yeah. All right.
But that's the biggest problem, though. When the company has invested so much into first party, they've been talking so much about first party, and then the first party doesn't show up, then that's bad.
I get it. I get you. I don't disagree. I think they just got to get some things together. But I think if you look at it, 2023 is going to be crazy, but I don't want to fall into that wait till next year shit.
I hate that. For any company, I don't like doing that. Oh, wait till next year. Who was that one Nintendo nigga that used to always say, wait to E3, woo?
That's Ultra, Nintendo Ultra.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
My boy.
Yeah.
Every year, Umbra, he would be like, wait to E3, woo! It's going to be the greatest thing. All the haters are going to be owned. The Nintendo E3 was whack, and then we have to hear the whole same thing again next year. And then I haven't heard from him since E3 was. He was doing that up until E3 got canceled. So,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Jack, you could do the super chats now.
All right, super chats. We got sports and game and TV. He said Starfield looks okay. So y'all, let's move live today. There you go. We got EJP. He said Bond said it 2 years ago. Gaming on Xbox is like going to a grimy, rat-fested Chinese buffet looking for food. The show made me embarrassed to be a gamer. Sad face. God damn.
I don't think I said all that, but gee.
We got Nband.1080i. He says, shout out to BG. Hashtag salute. All right. We got sports and gaming TV again. He said, my first live show in a minute. Hit that like, people. Yes, sir. Over 1,000 viewers, man. Y'all hit that like button, man.
Yes, sir.
We got Always Busy. He said, man's coming for smooth best buy title ate my ass. Excuse me?
What did he say?
Quick intermission. If we got 1,000 viewers right now, can everybody hit that like button so y'all can get a free game stream?
Yes,
y'all want to choose somebody to play a game. Hit that like button. You can choose a game.
We got G400. He said Xbox show was definitely not it. Shaking my head, 4.5 out of 10. And G400 is a big fucking Xbox gamer. Yo, that's crazy. He said that. We got JW53_5326. He said Umbra said in an 8, throw his whole body in a bag of rice. Man, starting to malfunction. That's why dude ate my ass. Okay, I thought he was saying something else. Okay,
yeah. He said I'm wet out here. I need to get my ass dried up. All right. But see, that's the problem. Y'all dry over there. That's why y'all's talking like that. Y'all all dry. Like, cheer up. Be happy. It's games.
It's summertime.
We got Tarek Ahmed. He said Umbra definitely wasn't bundled with a brain at birth. Hey, Umbra, you got to address some of this slander, man. This is crazy.
It is what it is. Yeah, hey, all love, y'all. It's all love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Brett Williams. He said they bought all those IP, even bought Halo for fuck's sake. Yep. Got Black God 59. He said this show was the final straw for me. I'm done waiting for E3 to give me something to give a damn about. I will never be hyped for another Xbox show. They need Game Pass because their game's not worth it. Jesus, okay. We got Always Busy again. He said Game Pass is becoming less of the Netflix of gaming and more like the App Store arcade / Play Store. Pass. A bunch of filler and some questionable AAAs. Jesus, okay. We got Woden's Throne. He says Scorn is narrated by the voice actor of Hellraiser Pinhead. So that's Doug Bradley, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? Excuse me. We got John the Don. He said BG gotta go to horny jail for uttering lumbussy. He definitely does. That was crazy.
Wow.
We got Black Star Goat. He said, I guess Final Fantasy VII Remake ain't coming to Xbox. Rumors wrong. Thinking
Oh
emoji.
yeah, I forgot all about that.
We got Mr. Oshido. He says, where's Hellblade 2? Did they lie about the 12 T-flops? No game looks better than the Horizon 2 or The Last of Us 2 yet. Shaking my head. I do want to see Hellblade 2. I'm looking forward to that game. I do want to see that. Finally, we got D'Amico Loper Jr. He says, Starfield not running at 60 frames per second would be a travesty.
Agreed.
Hold on. We just got some more. Let me refresh these real quick. Shit. Hold on. Let me see if it's going to refresh.
I guess they don't want a free game stream of 1,000 likes.
Hey, man. You know how they go. All right, I'm loading up the comments again. This should be low slow for some
You
reason.
can make Smooth play a JRPG.
Smooth Persona stream would be fire. I ain't gonna hold you.
Congrats on finally beating Persona after a year, Jack, you bastard.
It was
Yes,
like
sir.
2 years.
I started streaming that game November 2020, all right? I streamed the game so long it came to another fucking platform. Ain't that a damn shame? All right, hold on. Why is this shit low? It only do this dirty pocket. There you go. I was only one more. Riot Star 94 said, shout out to Umbra, my Chicago brethren.
Much love, brother. Much love.
You got one for
Yo,
That's another one.
they're saying they want me to play Ring Fit. They want Smooth to play Give Me God of War.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
OBJ Jr. Finally, OBJ Jr. says, free game. We want stream the Sifu on difficult master the mode BG ducked. Hashtag Sifu checked BG's prostate.
Oh, brother.
Hey, I was getting my ass beat in Sifu. I played it on a PC. They beat my ass, so I was old.
Yeah, I mean, I beat the whole thing without dying. It's just that they want me to play that master difficulty, and I'm gonna be real. They got to give me a trophy. You
no trophy. That's like no trophies, man. They bugging with that.
You want me to do that? You got to give me a trophy. I ain't working for free. I'm not doing
Well,
it.
Jack, there's a guy in here. He says cheaper Tinder, even you can fuck.
Wow.
I like what I'm hearing.
Okay, so it's already 8:25. Because there was a lot to talk about in that Xbox show. And the only two other things, because there was so much damn shit gaming wise going on, the Summer Game Fest and the State of Play. So I think the State of Play we can get through pretty quick.
I think State of Play was more important than the Summer Game Fest.
It was.
Yeah, I didn't even watch Summer.
I'm gonna be real. We probably only need to talk about that last one. Hey, what we talking about next week? Some of this shit can move to next week. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. Let's just do the State of Play and see where what time it is, because we should be able to get through this fast.
We talking about Last of Us? Wow.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, we'll mention that too. I forgot that wasn't at the. Okay, the State of Play. This is from 2 weeks ago when we're here. I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake. Y'all already know when I seen this. Hey, you already know what I was doing. Okay, I was. Hey man, I was in Dominican Republic. I was in Dominican Republic at the time. On vacation, and I was watching the stream, and I was like, hey man. I was going crazy in that mofo in the room, man.
Looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, y'all know, everybody knows I'm a Resident Evil 4 diehard fan. Beat it on like almost every single platform. Beat it too many damn times. And been waiting for this this announcement. We knew it was coming. So I'm hyped for that. It's gonna be amazing.
4 look dope. It looks really good. That RE engine is just spectacular, man. And
yes.
I love Part 4 too. I bought it a few times on different platforms too. I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit only upset that it doesn't have a platinum. You know.
Oh,
That
you
game
talking about?
will-
Yeah, it don't. Nope.
Yeah, of course this will. You know, this remake will, but
I thought you about the new one. I'm about to say, hold up, what the hell?
yeah, the original doesn't have a platinum on PlayStation. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Did they give a release season? I can't remember.
They gave a date, I believe.
They started with a date.
Oh, it's
Come out March.
It's
I
like
think. March.
It's like
Oh,
early
yeah.
next year.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
about
yeah,
March
yeah.
next year, right? Something like that.
yeah, because Callisto,
That
Resident
said
Evil, and
release
Dead.
season.
They be having release seasons sometimes. Sometimes they'll just say spring or a release month.
I think
or
that
something
joint
like
actually had a date, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. This is yeah. So because Callisto Protocol, Dead Space, and Resident Evil 4 all come out within like 4 months of each other. So it's great time for
It'll be a crazy
Or-
2023.
yeah.
We eating good, baby. We eating good.
Yeah.
Callisto last part of the year, but still we'll count that as 23.
Yeah.
I think that
Steve-
might get delayed, bro. That's.
I think so too.
think so?
I think so too.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
good as hell.
It wasn't looking like it had a locked frame, right? It looked kind of.
Yeah, they might need
It
more
looks
time.
gorgeous though. I like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
death animations too. It's crazy.
I mean, that shit look eating. I'm definitely fucking with it.
Yeah.
You gonna stream that?
Um,
That'll be a good one for you to
Yes,
stream.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to do that one.
Resident Evil Village. What did they announce for Resident Evil Village?
Coming to
What was
VR. Coming to VR. PSVR.
Okay, cool. Yeah, PSVR 2 version of Resident Evil Village, right? Oh yeah, I'll definitely try that out in PSVR. That would be cool. They had a few PSVR 2 things, content. Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2. That's a PSVR game. Also, No Man's Sky, PSVR 2 game in the works. And the last one was Horizon, Call of the Mountain, which is a first party PSVR 2 game. Fire Sprite and Guerrilla Games working on that, so that's good. That's good,
I think you're playing a dude in that game. You're not playing as Aloy.
Yeah, it's a guy. He's a member of the Karja, I believe.
So let me ask y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all big on PSVR? Like that's good to y'all, like the VR shit?
Never
I wasn't-
tried it. I haven't tried it yet.
I wasn't not on the first one because the first one I'm not all them wires. I wasn't about to do all them wires, and I don't feel like for the first PSVR they made games. They made experiences and tech demos and
I see what you're saying.
experiments. Now they're finally getting to the point where we actually know how to make games for VR. So that's why I'm into it now.
Well, I want to try it. I don't know if I got enough
Yeah.
space for this shit. I'm gonna be real though. We gonna see.
Yeah. How big are those files typically for the VR game? I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I never got into them like that. The VR stuff.
It can't
just
be
seems like
too crazy though. I don't think.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
They
so.
know 'em. Yeah.
Probably not.
And Horizon Forbidden West got an update. The game is pretty much, it had a few issues like with the visuals, like the shimmering and stuff. That is apparently now completely fixed.
Yeah, they fixed
And
it. Yep.
yeah, it's completely fixed now, and it has New Game Plus. And I started New Game Plus, right? But they got one really stupid trophy in there in the New Game Plus. It's you have to unlock all the new dyes and the new weapons that they added to the game, right? In this
Is it a
update.
lot? Is it a lot to shit to unlock?
You got to go look it up, Jack. To get the weapons and the dyes and everything for the trophy, because that's what the trophy is.
Yeah.
You have to get what I think it's called champion points, right? And you get champion points by different things, like side mission. I think they said like side missions might give you 2 champion points. Beating the game on like ultra hard, which is the new difficulty, might give you like 30 champion points, right? So I think to unlock everything, to buy everything that's new, you need like 120, right? But from what I'm understanding is you would pretty much have to beat the game all over again and do all the side missions all over, if I'm understanding correctly. And I did that the first time. So I'm not trying to do that again to get this one trophy.
If I replay it, I'm probably gonna do that anyway. So I ain't really tripping. off
Nah,
that.
see, when I play something New Game Plus, I don't do side missions no more. I did that the first time, my guy. I'm not trying to do that all over again. That adds like 40 hours to the game.
I did it when I rebeat Horizon Zero Dawn. 100% the game again. Like I did all that shit.
Absolutely not. Not New Game Plus. I don't do that when I do New Game Plus.
Yeah, because you know what's gonna happen. You got all your level ups and shit, man. They make it funner, man. It's more fun.
Nah, I'm good. So like I was like, yeah, I'm good on that. Y'all want I'll beat the game on ultra hard, but I'm not doing that trophy.
That game is long as shit though. Like I don't know if I'm ready to do that right now.
Yeah,
I might have to take a break before I go back into that.
Yeah, so
that's not a short game.
Spider-Man Remastered going to PC. Yay, Jack! Clap it up, Jack.
Oh, brother.
Saw a lot of remix reactions from that. I saw a lot of.
You know what sucks about this announcement, bro? What sucks about this announcement is that it leaked the Returnal and Sackboy shit, which we already knew because it was in the Nvidia leaks. They was leaking that before the conference, so everybody expected to see that. So when Spider-Man came up, we was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, yo, there wasn't nobody expect to see that shit, bro.
I saw a lot of crazy reactions from that. People sawing their PS4s in half and shit.
Shout out to my boy Blaze. Shout out to my boy Blaze.
Blaze is a troll though. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I know he was fucking around.
Yeah.
But, I saw MBG.
MBG's a weirdo. I really don't like that guy.
You don't like him?
I really don't like that guy, bro. I think he's a weirdo.
I don't know nothing about him.
He's a flip flopper. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that.
Like, I don't think he has his own opinions. I think he kind of just goes with what he sees.
I kind of
like it. Yeah, like he's not upset at anything like he truly feels upset about. He's like, it's like he checks around. He's like, are people upset? Oh, I'm gonna be upset too. Do people like this? I'm gonna like it too.
He's got that Angry Joe spirit in him.
He goes viral from tweeting comments and shit. That's the only thing I don't like about him. He tweeted out some shit like Wolverine will be released by Insomniac coming to PlayStation. You're like, well, no shit. Yeah, we know that. Like, what do you? That tweet has no new information. That should be having like 6,000 likes. Like, what the fuck?
That's why he does it, Jack. That's why that's what like is so like he tweets out this dumb stuff like just regular stuff that we all know, like you said. But yeah, it'll have like 5,000 retweets, 5,000 likes, and it's like that's why he says it because he's like, yo, I can literally tweet out common knowledge and get a whole bunch of attention from it,
shit, bro. Oh my god,
do the least to get the most. I see what you said.
Yeah, it's weird.
No real effort.
But Spider-Man Remastered, Miles Morales also going to PC.
That's pretty big, by the way.
Yeah.
Last of I'm sorry. The Trash of Us.
Whoa,
is going to PC as well.
You don't like that game?
The first one is not one of my. The second one is a lot better. The first one has a lot of I'll just say problems.
I love part one. Part two I didn't love as much, but yeah.
And I assume Bond will probably like this remake because I assume they're going to fix
that.
They're
not.
Yeah, it's going to play exactly like part two.
It's yeah.
I doubt they're going to fix the melee issues.
The swing, they got to clean up the swing animations. Dude.
I think it's going to have the same animations from 2. They even put in weapons that wasn't in the first one. They got explosive arrows in the game now.
Yeah,
that wasn't in the first.
I feel like that could break the game though. Like explosive arrows.
What? Actually good collision detection.
Yeah, I think they're gonna redo the AI. You know, like when your AI partner was running out crazy. I think they're gonna clean that up. The AI gonna do the call outs like they doing in the sequel. I think they're gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know. They ran out kind of crazy on part 2 for me. Like it was out there running around. But
it wasn't as bad though.
Yeah, they did, but one was like worse. Yeah.
I was gonna say though, like, do y'all think this is necessary? Seems like the most unnecessary.
Absolutely necessary.
Agreed.
I think it's necessary.
I don't think it's necessary, but I see why they did it. I see why they did it.
For money.
Why did they do it?
They released it so they can name the first one Part 1.
But I think
the reason why they're releasing it is simple. They're releasing Part 1, which I don't know why Joel is not on the cover and Ellie is because she's not the main character.
He on the cover. He's small. He on her.
Yeah, but the reason why they're releasing it is it's coinciding with Part 1 of the TV show.
That's true.
That too. Yeah.
But I think people looking at this the wrong way, right? Even though this game is available on PS4, at the crux of, at the core of this game, it's a PS3 game, right? It's a PS3 game. We didn't see a fully utilized Last of Us experience on the PS4 until The Last of Us Part 2, and we saw what they did with that. This is gonna be The Last of Us Part 2 on steroids. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna play better. It's gonna look better. And a lot of the comparison shots is using like the cutscenes from part 1, which the cutscenes from part 1 look good, but at the same time, those were pre-rendered cutscenes, right? One of the reasons they was pre-rendered is because of the memory limitations of the PS3. And like I said, shit like the animations, the bat swing, all that. So they gonna be able to clean all that up. And they showing you real-time cutscenes with the comparisons, right? So the way they wanted you to think the game looked at first, the way the game actually looks is way better by comparison. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was needed. And we coming up on the decade since the game came out.
Let me
So
ask you something.
BG's right about it. They're only remaking this game to change the doctor at the end.
And they're gonna do that too. They're gonna
Okay,
do that
yeah.
too. They're gonna do that too.
If Grand Theft Auto 5 was remade, would that be a problem?
Yes.
No. Well, now since it's, I mean,
Or 5, you said?
No, because we had the PS3 game. I mean, like you said, it's a PS3 game at its
Right.
base, and then we had the remaster on PS4. If they were to remake it for PS5, would it
you
be
know,
getting the same?
you know
level
why
of
I'm gonna,
attention
you know, I'm gonna
or-
say yes because Rockstar
Question.
does not have the same game output as Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog has, since The Last of Us came out, we've still gotten Last of Us Part 2. We've gotten Uncharted 4. We getting game. Uncharted Lost Legacy. We getting games still. You see what I'm saying?
I feel
So-
you, but I'm gonna tell you, man, it just seems unnecessary completely. You had the one on PS3, you had the remaster, which was good enough, more than good enough, actually.
Facts.
I don't think you needed a remake. It's just gonna be real.
think
with you.
we do.
I get
I think
why
we
they're
do.
doing it. I mean, it's gonna be more money for them, and it's obviously to tie into the show. It just seems so unnecessary.
But it's
that
not gonna play.
just-
It's gonna play like the second game. Though. It's not gonna play nothing
coulda
like the first
spent-
game.
They could have spent this energy getting out tractions out quicker.
Tractions.
Well, they making that
agree.
too. So, what this is my thing though. We're not losing anything from this, right? We
Well,
still
you actually
getting.
are though. You're losing the
You lost
multiplayer
2
part.
years. Of
We still
time.
getting a fully fledged factions game though. Now
But
we
I'm
getting a
not-
whole
3
game.
I'm
years
saying you're missing it
later.
from this game though, because like this. Remember the PS3 version.
Yeah, I
had
know, I
that.
know. But what I'm
This
what I'm
doesn't
saying,
have
now we getting a fully because at first they said they was making the online multiplayer, but they realized they wanted to expand it to a point where it's damn near it's going to be its own game now, right? So I can't be mad at that.
And Neil Druckmann did say they're working on, their next, actual next gen title.
And they're working on a
too.
new IP on top. And The Last of Us 3 is already written. So yeah, we still getting projects, man. I'm not.
They already
I
got
do
part
think
three
it's
written,
I do think
part
it's
3 already written.
unnecessary.
Nice.
I agree that it's unnecessary, but it's like one of those things that's unnecessary, but people want it.
You know why it's actually
You think
necessary?
people really wanted it though?
I want it. I need that.
You know
People
what?
are okay.
I
People
changed my
are
mind.
people
It's
didn't feel like. Go
necessary
ahead, Bon. Go ahead.
because the terrorists haven't gotten it yet, and it's our first taste of getting it.
And you know what else is funny? I saw a lot of outrage about $70 Sony really you're taking that. Look, when this game leaked, it was a $70 version and the $99 version. That $99 version is sold out in one day. So it's definitely a desire for this game to be remade, and people want this shit, man. Believe it or not, you can rage all you want to. I'm not buying it. Don't buy it. Nobody's forcing nobody to buy it. If you don't want it, don't buy it. This shit is gonna sell, bro. People want this.
It's not that it was like wanted, but it's like one of those things where you show me it's available, so now people want it because it's there, and it's like, yeah, if a better version of The Last of Us, people are like, why not? But like nobody was gonna, like, if they never made it, nobody was necessarily asking for a remake.
That's my point right there, because nobody was calling for this. It's like you just gave it. I'm not mad at it existing. I'm just saying it's like it just don't seem like it needed to exist.
Let me ask you a question. Would you, because originally, according to Jason Schreier, which he was correct about all this, originally they wanted to remake the original Uncharted. Would y'all have rather them did that?
Yes.
That would have made more
Absolutely.
sense than The Last of Us.
100%.
Well, they said it would have cost way too much money to remake Uncharted, so
And that's
they went with the
same
last ones
thing.
instead.
Like they were talking about that Gears of War Marcus Phoenix collection, right? I was like, that don't need to exist.
I would like, but I would see
Fable
somebody like
instead.
me. I would like that though. I would like that.
I mean, I'll be cool with it, right? But like, we don't need that. It's
People
another
want
thing.
more new games instead of retreading an older
I never
game.
played.
I
I only
agree.
played Gears 1, so I would like to play 2 and 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, 2 was good, man. 3
See, that's what I'm saying. I would like to check those out.
2 and 3
You
hold
should.
up extremely well, though. It's
They
not.
They're not on PC though. They're not on PC.
But that's the part Blandrew hit on the head. That's why I say it's like it's unneeded because the
Xbox Series
remaster
S, Jack Move.
Smooth. We've been having a good day. So
it's funny how Jack won't get a Series S because he's like, oh, I only get the top tier machine. Yeah, he got this ghetto ass welfare laptop instead of a desktop.
30 70 jiggy tops. Sir, put some respect on it. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jiggy top.
Yes,
No,
sir,
but
jiggy top.
yeah, man. Like my thing is though, like if they would have done it for like Fable, that would have made sense. Say Fable do a remaster for that for part 1 and 2.
Agreed.
the Lost Chapters. That would
Yeah,
have made
Jack and
sense.
Daxter or something, but
I love Jack and Daxter. Absolutely.
So do y'all feel like just because the game got remastered, is that why we feel like this?
I just feel like
it wouldn't be as
We already
bad.
had it.
Yeah, if they never remastered it, it wouldn't be. It would be welcomed a little bit more, I think.
And that game got remastered less than a year of it being on the market, and nobody had a problem with that. That's great. If that happened these days, people would definitely be.
That was because that was really just to get it on PS4. You know, so people understood
Yeah, that's true.
that.
That's true. Cause that game, if you go back, because I went back and played the game on PS3, that game played like not dog shit, but it played horribly. Like even on the online, when it would like do the little dust storm on the suburbs map, the game would freeze and shit. Like the game ran, and it looked horrible going back. Yeah, when we played it, it was cute and shit. That's what I'm saying. But the PS4 version is cool. I still like the PS4 version. And this is another thing, right? I can understand people saying I don't like the character model change. It's cool. I can understand that. I'm not gonna argue that. But people saying people will say that and then say the game looks the exact same. What? The game looked the exact same. I don't like the character models. They changed them. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
They
Like,
aged
come on,
the shit
man.
out of Ellie, by the way. They try to make her look like her part 2 counterpart rather, but she looked old as hell now in part 1.
You
Like
think
she's
so?
supposed to be like 13. Now she looks like she's about
she
17,
definitely
18.
looks a lot older.
Cause she kind of looked cartoony at first. I mean, I like the character models from the first game. Don't get it twisted. But
I think
she
in the
did
cut,
look
it's harder to tell the difference in like the cutscenes, in those parts. I think.
It's funny, Jack. You say 30 frames is unplayable, but when the game originally came out, I said that's exactly why I'm not playing it.
Hey man, listen. Last was at 30 frames, man. Go ahead, bro. Fight. I need to play that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, hey, look, it's you guys' money, whatever you spend it on. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their money, but I just feel like the game itself didn't need to exist versus what they could have used to remaster or remake.
My only thing.
I'm gonna disagree because I definitely gonna tell people how to spend their money. Ain't that right, Smooth?
I feel like the only reason this conversation kind of bothering me a little bit is because I know when them sales numbers come out, all this outrage, even with part 2. People hate part 2, claim hate part 2. Neil Druckmann just said the game has sold well over 10 million copies. Like, where are y'all at not buying the game? Like, clearly there's people that I don't know, man. Y'all kill me, bro. This
Just
we know it's gonna
you probably
sell.
hearing the vocal, like you hearing the vocal minority.
Yeah. But they loud on Twitter and social media though. You would think everybody just fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I had issues with part 2, like some of the story-wise decisions, whatever. But I did love the game. I would admit. So it's whatever for me.
Just imagine when that PC version sells so much,
Oh,
Jack.
brother.
And then Tractions comes out day
Oh,
one
brother.
on PC.
Oh, my
Free to play
God.
PC Terrorist day one.
Let me bail you out, Jack. Stray.
And hold up, I'm not done yet. You know the worst
We'll
thing
be
that's
reporting
gonna
y'all
be?
motherfuckers for cheating. Don't get if I see a mouse and keyboard next to your name, you're getting reported automatically for cheating. Goddammit.
The worst thing that's gonna happen to this game is Ellie gonna be naked in 2 days with PC modders.
You already know. They
You
gonna have some
already know.
crazy. You already know. Come on now.
They're gonna have mods for Ellie where she's gonna be like Lady Demetrius from Resident Evil 9. Like
That shit gonna look crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
gonna
whole
have
top
the
hat and
wildest
everything, huh?
stuff.
Damn.
Like I've already seen PC mods for God of War where Kratos is Master Chief and shit.
Hey, that shit look dope, by the way. I love that one. But
Oh boy.
I can see it. I thought you were gonna say the worst thing is gonna be that they're gonna plug in an Xbox controller or use a wireless Xbox controller.
Are
to
they
play
getting
it.
mobbed as soon as they do that? You can't play you cannot play Last of Us with offset sticks because I tried it before. That shit is horrible.
These new generation of PC gamers are crazy. They'll be doing some wild shit.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the clickers are gonna be furries.
Oh my god, bro! What are you saying?
I saw the one with in the God of War. They had Barney dinosaurs or something like that.
The one with Homer Simpson. This is just too much.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. All right, the next game at the State of Play was Stray. You know, the cat game. Get to play as a cat. People gonna love it.
BG, you're such a fraud. I was watching your video talking about you were looking forward to Stray.
I am.
If that was a Nintendo game, you would have dragged that game through the mud.
I would have bought a Nintendo Switch just for this game.
Could you imagine if this was at the Xbox show? Oh, y'all can't wait to play as some cat.
It looks interesting. We'll see.
BG was a big fan of Nintendogs, wasn't he?
Blandrew, I have 2 cats.
Hey, BG, BG gonna do it? BG,
do what?
Are you gonna buy the brand new PlayStation Plus, which launches tomorrow? It launches tomorrow in America.
No.
Are you gonna buy it so we can get this game day one in PS Plus?
No, I'm buying it a la carte.
Sir, you need to get the PS Plus so we can get on.
No, I'm just gonna buy the game
Oh
straight
my
out. I don't
God,
need no
this dude needs
PlayStation Plus extra
You ain't
tier
trying, you ain't trying
nonsense.
to play Escape with trophies?
No.
Wait a
I
minute.
heard,
One
I heard they were
question.
the
I
PAL
thought-
copies too.
Hey, so on Xbox, of course, if you do the game sharing, you get, for instance, my nephew can get all my games. Of course, I got like 600 plus, and he has my Game Pass. Y'all don't? It don't work like that on PlayStation.
Yeah, it do. It don't
Oh.
work like that if you get like EA Play. It won't work like that. Some shit
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
I'm just
Yeah, but
not into game subscription services, and Jack
I just
want
wanted
me to
BG
do
to
it.
get it so I could
Yeah.
download all these PS1 games and see how they play.
I'm not doing it. So I'm just buying the game itself.
I
And,
love that idea, by the way. I think that was smart of PlayStation to give trophies for old games. I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
I hope Microsoft does the same.
Well, yeah, Blandrew, sir, I'm a cat person. That's been very clear, and so I don't know why you think that, good sir.
You've always wanted to play a video game as a cat where you're frolicking around, you know, some type of.
That's not what I'm saying. That I've never thought of that, but it's one of those things where, hey, you put it out there, and I see it as the consumer, and you're like, you know what? You're showing me something that I never knew, so I'm gonna try it out. It's not even a full price game. I don't think it's gonna be full price. So
It's like, was it 40?
yeah, you know. And listen,
know.
Man, you'll be better off getting a 60 and paying. Yo,
No,
you
no, no.
bugging. You bugging.
This game is going to be immensely successful simply because the internet loves cats.
Define immensely successful. What numbers are you talking here?
Man,
This
game
like a million.
This game is going to sell millions. Millions. I think so.
I don't know about all that.
Blandrew,
I believe
Blandrew,
so.
put some money on it, Blandrew.
I don't see it. I could see.
Well, when does
maybe
it come out?
300, maybe 400,000.
When does it come out? Sometime this year. Isn't it July? Is it July? Might be July. I'm saying it's gonna sell millions. I feel like it could sell like 2 million before the year ends. Easily.
I'll put money on
Yo,
Put
I'll
a
put
bet down,
money on
Blandrew.
that.
Because one thing, like I said, it's the one thing I know about pet owners. Pet owners are insane. Okay, they're insane.
Yeah.
BG, he said he wanted to put money on it. Put it in the book.
And it comes out. It's on PS5, PS4, and PC. So
Maybe
BG,
you're right.
put it
Oh,
in
the
book.
numbers are gonna be skewed too though, because it's on PS Plus. So it might
Yeah.
get 2 million downloads off rip.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta think
the-
about
oh
that.
yeah, it is on PS Plus. So yeah,
Yeah,
we
so
we
No, we're talking about sales, not downloads.
But I don't know
But-
if they're gonna separate them like that.
Yeah, they might.
they-
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. They might not.
They're not gonna tell. But okay, since it's gonna be on PlayStation Plus, the extra tier that you have to pay. What? How much is that tier that you
Middle
have to
tier,
pay?
middle tier. It's on the middle one.
And how much is that you have
Like
to pay? to
70,
get it?
I have no-
80
I
or
have-
something there.
Say something like that. I don't know.
Well, it's going to be very successful, you know, especially because of PlayStation Plus, you know. So I'll give it that. Callisto
money
Protocol. No bets. No, I'm not. We're not betting.
Oh, weak.
Callisto Protocol, by Glenn Schofield, one of the original developers of Dead Space. I mean, the game is clearly, obviously, look at it clearly motivated by Dead Space. It's practically the same damn game, which is okay. It's ultra violent, very gory. We've seen some death animations and stuff. Game looks great.
I'm
Can't wait for
confused
it.
about this game. The thing bit the back of his bald ass head, but then he pulled off the front of his head. I was like, wait, what?
Oh,
You take
man.
even your phobia to space, huh?
Takes it serious.
I see.
Yeah,
No,
bald people are wild, but yeah, if somebody chomps down on the back of your head, how does the front of your face come off?
Hey man, I don't know, but the game looked great. I'm
really
excited
good.
for it.
I am too. You know, the
I do
thing I
think
will say about this state of play is that a lot of it is just third party, though. Like all
Yeah,
of that
it was a
stuff
third party
is
state of play. Yeah.
Xbox. Yeah, so I'm excited.
First they were
because
calling it the
everything I'll get on
Xbox
Xbox,
Showcase.
pretty much, except for the VR stuff
Yeah.
and Shrey.
I do think this will get delayed though. I don't know why you even want to launch in December. You know, I mean, there's no competition usually, but other than that, I don't know why you want to launch in December. But you
I
know.
mean, what's the competition for it though? It doesn't have any competition really in December.
Well, it might. If they delay it, it's probably gonna come out closer.
yeah,
to the end.
yeah.
That's the
If it
thing.
is,
Yeah.
Not only that, but people already spent their money on Christmas gifts and everything by Black Friday, and you know.
Yeah. I mean, it is coming out on the 2nd though, so it
Oh,
kind
true.
of
So it's
fits.
still in the shopping.
Mm-hmm.
First 4 months of 2023 gonna be pretty crazy.
Yeah, they are.
Pretty wild. Next was Roller Drone. So this was like a roller skating shooter. I guess you can define it
The
as.
week after we talked about it, that was crazy.
Yeah, I know. I said that. I was like, yo, we literally, because Alex brought up that roller, that other roller blading game. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was, I think I said something, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a roller skating game with guns? And literally they showed this the week after. And I was like, yeah, that's a day one. It looked cool to me. It kind of reminded me of like My Friend Pedro, almost, with like
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
3D and a 3D aspect to it.
Yeah, and I like I like when games mix up like different, premises and mechanics, like roller skating with shooting, I like that type of stuff.
Nigga shit, yeah. It look cool.
Yeah. I would buy that day one, I think, though. Yeah. Coming out August 16th.
You know what would be a good mod, too, for the Trash of Us on PC? They're going to mod in Abby as Ellie.
Oh, my God.
Yep, that's coming.
Tragic. Yeah, they'll do it.
I hope somebody puts Jack Move in the game.
But who in the game? Me.
Put you in the game as Ellie.
Oh man.
Wow.
The road trip energy. Yes,
crazy.
Sir. Smooth. You should do another stream on it.
Oh, that would be fire.
That. How many times was Smooth definitely cheated to get by that sniper?
Oh,
he might be able to do it better. They gonna have a dodge button now, man. He might be able to get through a little bit easier, man.
Tommy was clapping him. All right. Next was Eternites. This is apparently a dating sim.
Bro, so this story on this game is crazy, right? Because when I saw it, I thought it was like a Persona remade game. So I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? But apparently, this dude, he said he played, I want to say Persona 3, 4, and 5. He played them, ended up quitting his job in 2019 and made this game as like a tribute to Persona. So he pretty much made this game in like 3 years. But yeah, it's more like an action RPG compared to Persona, which is turn-based. And it does have dating sim elements, it does. And the game looks fucking fire though, bro. I don't know. I think I need to cop this.
Okay.
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah, it's an anime action game with that has dating simulation. Out in early 2023.
We on that, boys. We on that. Live stream coming soon.
It kind of had like a generic anime feel to it. It doesn't look bad, but I was just like,
yeah. Okay. Street Fighter 6. So we got Street Fighter 6 gameplay at this state of play. We also got some more at Summer Game Fest, and there's been a bunch of more gameplay trickling out from other sources. And I love the way the game looks. I love like the hip hop, the graffiti, the like the paint, art that like comes.
The urban areas. You like that?
Yeah, I just like how the game looks vibrant. It's colorful. I like how.
That's how your neighborhood look when you go outside. That's what you see.
Stop, sir.
That's what you're trying to say. We know you live in the hood, bro. It's cool.
Sir.
We'll get you up out of there, man. Don't worry about it.
I live it. I've moved from there, sir. And where I lived before was not the hood anyway.
Are you guys gonna give me my flowers? Because I said it was coming to Xbox and would have crossplay, and Smooth said no.
Hey, thank you, Bon.
Wait, Jack, is urban an offensive term?
No,
only when white people say it. Only when white people.
Yeah, see, it only depends on how it's said.
That's another word for nigga. They be want to say nigga. They would just say urban.
So hold on.
It's urban.
Is suburban?
They be want to say nigga. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Suburban an offensive term?
No.
It is when niggas say it.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Well,
I ain't gonna argue that.
Street Fighter 6 looks dope. I agree with you with the paint style, art style. The only thing I dislike is that it seems kind of slow combat wise. Like if you look at Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct, it's it feels more fluid. Or Tekken even.
The animations, like you can literally see every little movement. It's just very elaborate, and the hits have weight to them. Yeah.
It looks really good dope too. You got a little soul patch goatee going on now, looking like Paul off Tekken.
Yeah. Somebody pointed out that Guile never had eyebrows in Street Fighter 4 and 5. Now he finally has eyebrows. Like I never
I'm
noticed
not
that.
excited about this whole drive meter shenanigans though. Like Street Fighter 4 was the perfect balance of skill and casualness, I think. Street Fighter 3 was the best in pure skill. 5, I wasn't a fan of V triggers, and reading on this drive meter bullshit seems stupid.
I mean, it's interesting because it's like to dash. What does it take up three? I think 3 stocks of drive or something like that. You know, the pros always figure out the best way to, like, you know, how to use it and when to use it and stuff like that. They'll figure it out.
You're
And
penalized
that's
for
my
dashing?
problem. And that's my problem. This is not looking to be a fighting game as it is to be management of a fucking meter. I just want to fight. I don't want to have to be worrying about stocks and balances of a freaking meter all the time. Like
Sacrificing a dash and
yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. Yeah,
dash canceling.
That's
Yeah,
trash. I didn't even know that was in the game.
yeah, like everything. Everything is about the drive gauge, and you know, it might use 1 stock of drive or 2 or 3. You know, it's all about the management. I think a lot of them be liking that stuff. It's like
that.
Wait, but
some of them be liking it because it's like a lot of mind games, and you know, it's like very
No,
strategic to them.
it's not mind games, it's management games. And I think that's silliness in a fighting game. Well, I just want to fight you. Yes, the problem also is a lot of the mechanics. How do I explain this? Like, I want a game that's mechanically sound. And when a lot of things are dependent on drive meter usage, it changes the mechanics of the gameplay are dependent on this drive gauge, not dependent on you knowing how to play the game.
So that effectively turns it into more of a defensive game than anything, right? Because
No,
more people are going to be.
because when the person blocks you, they gain drive.
Parrying. I
You
think
gain
parrying.
drive.
They said.
And when you block, you lose drive. So it's like the reason why Street Fighter 2 is forever going to be known as one of the best fighting games. It's just fighting. It's hands and feet. Like this whole shit has turned fighting games into Call of Duty with kill streaks and all this other. Like that's why Street Fighter versus Tekken wasn't a good game. That's why Marvel versus Capcom 3 and Infinite or whatever the fuck it was called to me wasn't a good game. Because instead of just fighting, you're worried about gems and X factors and drive meter. It's just stupid. It's just too much bullshit.
Yeah, I think they try to, you know, introduce different options, and they've shown so much. This game seems to be very, in comparison to how 5 launched, it seems to be like rich in, you know, content early on. And I think they said this is actually a sequel, because I think they said 4 and 5 were prequels. Yeah, 4 and 5 were prequels to 3, which is like that's weird and mad random. I don't know why they did it that way.
It wasn't weird and random because Street Fighter 3 was called New Challengers, and the main cast of characters was older, so they advanced the timeline. This is why I always thought that Yun and Yang being in example, it's King of Fighters, Mark of Garo, Mark of the Wolves, whatever you want to call it. Terry is older and Rock Howard is 16 and is a main character. And that's why they can't put Rock in a regular King of Fighters game, because if he's 16, then everybody else in the whole cast is aged up.
Oh, so that's why he's always DLC now?
Yep. And that's one of the weird things with Street Fighter, because all like the characters in Mark of the Wolves are students of the main characters in the older games. And Terry at that point can't even do the rising tackle, and a lot of the fighters make fun of him and call him washed because he's older. So, you know, Ken has a son right now who's like 6 years old in Street Fighter 3. So I would like to play as Ken's son eventually. But if once Ken's son gets fighting age, Ken and Ryu are going to be Goken age. So, yeah, that's why they never tried to go past Street Fighter 3, because it was supposed to be a new generation. Ken and Ryu weren't even going to be in Street Fighter 3. But
Yeah,
then
they
they
did.
realized how stupid that would have been.
They did that with one of the Soul Calibers, and a lot of the mainstays weren't in the game because of, I think it was story reasons, and people were upset by it.
Yeah, because they were aged out.
Yeah,
Like Ken
I don't
and
know if it
Ryu
was.
weren't.
Yeah,
They weren't even going to be in Street Fighter 3, and that's why they started adding characters like Chun Li and Akuma in Third Strike, because people wanted the older characters. And Sagat, I would consider one of the older characters. That's why he wasn't in 3. So if this game's taking place in 6, you're probably not going to see Dictator. You're not going to see Sagat. I mean, Akuma's always there. I guess Psycho. I mean, I guess that power always makes him young. But yeah, that's why you have all, like, if you look at has anybody looked the leaked roster yet?
Yes,
That's why you have all,
yeah.
that's why you have all these kids, because it's like a new generation of fighters.
Yeah.
And to me, it's also weird that you have, like, I'm sorry, but like these little kids should not be able to throw hands with like Henry Ryu or like half these people. They would get like destroyed. And we have no boxers, no Dudley, no Balrog. They just get niggas all up out of the game. I do not like the cast so far.
Okay.
And here's my last point. They're actually putting characters in the game, if you looked at it, based on representation, because they got their flags and everything. They don't have Dudley there because there's other British characters. They don't have Balrog there because there's other American characters. But BJ made it because they needed Jamaican representation.
Yeah, man.
Representation Fighter 6.
Mm.
Hey.
Checklist Fighter
Checklist
6.
gaming.
Yes.
Well, hey man, I can't wait to see the pros play some more, and
You getting on this, BG?
I'm not really a Street Fighter player like that. No,
We
but
know we saw what Bond did to you.
We know.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
we know that. We saw what Bond did to you.
Don't do that. The last Street Fighter I played like that was Alpha 3. I loved Alpha 3.
I actually had the game back in the day.
I'm just waiting for a fighting game to have an irregular dodge.
Yo.
Wow. Okay. Last things from State of Play. Tunic is coming to PS, PlayStation. It's Xbox exclusive for a little bit. And Seasons, A Letter to the Future. I don't know what the hell this game
I
is
thought
about.
that was Bless Red in that game. Yeah, that little.
Oh my God.
Definitely the kid with the bike
and the glasses.
I get. Yeah.
I think it was a non-binary. Yeah.
It might have been. Yeah, I don't know what the game was about. Let me look at it real quick. Let's see.
He was just going around telling people stories, and then they was like,
he's
"Oh,
on a
she
bike.
lived through." Yeah.
Yeah, he has these big bifocal glasses. He has a
I think
sweater.
that's a woman, BG.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Well,
BG
might
they
be.
ain't putting no black men in video games. It's gonna be a woman.
I
or
mean,
non-binary.
BG doesn't even know what a black woman is, remember?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, married to one, good sir.
But Jack, if you're gonna play Tunic, that game is pretty boring. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't
Is
see what
it? I
people-
was thinking about it. Is it boring?
I thought so.
I like it. I like Tunic. I think it's decent. I don't think it's like it could
We
be
know-
boring.
we
to
know
you,
what
though.
I still got to run back through Death's Door, man. I bought Death's Door again.
No, I think you'll like it, man. It's all right. It's not something that's you're gonna write home about, but I think it's probably like a 7 out of 10 for you, maybe.
Depending on the price, I might fuck with it.
Shit, it's in Game Pass.
That is true, and I do got Game Pass. I got Game Pass. You right about that?
It's got a challenge aspect to it. That might be the only thing that keeps you with it.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
gonna see what it's like.
Hey, BG, I got to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. We're almost done. We're gonna do these outros soon after this last one. Final Fantasy. Yeah, we got Final Fantasy 16 gameplay. It's coming out next year. Some people might have thought it would made it at the end of this year, but no, it's next year. Summer of next year. Gameplay looks good. Blandrew, I see you don't like what Final Fantasy has become. You think you said it's like DM's Devil May Cry now.
Yeah, it's funny. When I first saw the Final Fantasy 16 when the PlayStation 5 was first getting revealed, I remember I called it Witcher May Cry, and the whole internet came against me, and they were so mad that I said something like that. But then it was like after the second trailer, once we saw more of it, people were starting to understand what exactly I was saying when I made that comment. It looks absolutely nothing like a Final Fantasy game. Now, just as a game in general, it doesn't look bad, but when I go to Final Fantasy, I want to play Final Fantasy, and this looks absolutely nothing like a Final Fantasy game. I was
Which
just
game
waiting
are
for
we
the
talking
character
about?
to pull out some dual pistols and start juggling the enemy in the air.
Are you
Final
talking about
Fantasy.
15 or
16.
16? Yeah.
Definitely talk about 16.
Yeah.
Also, another comment about, so we're talking about ages of Street Fighter. Chun-Li was 34 in Third Strike. She's pushing 40 in FF6 at this point.
Mm.
Yeah, they're never gonna get rid of her or Ryu. That's just
No.
not happening.
But like she's becoming an old woman at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's been 30 years.
I mean, where's baby Chun-Li's?
Mm. But I mean, listen, 16. I get what you're saying. You know, Blandrew.
Like
It's
if
becoming.
if they made Bloodborne 2 and they turn it into a turn-based RPG,
That
will
might
people
be
be more understanding of what I'm talking about?
I agree with Blandrew. This isn't Final Fantasy. This is like Final Fantasy May Cry.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Blandrew. I think what it is just like, you know, they're up to Final Fantasy 16. You know, like it's. I don't think it was sudden though. You know, I don't think it suddenly became this. It was slowly
Lightning
becoming
Returns,
this.
then 15, and then 7 remake, and then now we're here.
Yeah,
they
it took
done
a long time.
MMO. Yeah, I mean they trying new shit, man. You know.
Yeah, it took a long time to get here, so you know.
I think they should. I think the best Final Fantasy battle system for modern overall that would work would be FF12 because you get a combination of both. Real timed, turn based, switching, and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not. I lost all excitement for Final Fantasy 16. I'm sorry. It doesn't even look like a Final Fantasy game to me, and it looks massively downgraded as well.
From the original trailer?
Yep.
Yep.
I said that, and I got
Yeah.
pitched that. Like,
Yeah. I was more interested in the original trailer than what I saw in the second trailer.
Yeah, I mean, if this was any other game, cool, fine, I might be interested, but this is a Final Fantasy game, and the last one, you know what? Let's be real. FF12 was the last good Final Fantasy. The Lightning trilogy was trash.
Yeah.
The FF15's boy band. I'm sorry, like you need to have. Wow, I'm about to say this. You have to have diversity in your characters. You can't just have a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, it was too moist for my liking. I needed
moist.
Yeah. I needed some women in that game.
You saying there was some bussy action going on?
Yeah. They got some a woman, like a beast cat, like something. Like they just had a bunch of dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't even think I did anything in that entire game outside of like that jumping air teleport slash and use items to heal. Like FF15 was a disgrace to the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, there hasn't been a good Final Fantasy since 12. I'm going to say that. Dragon Quest is the better series now.
Yeah, and it's not that I think Final Fantasy 16 as a game looks bad. It's just I can't support that. Just letting, Square Enix know that I want more of that for the Final Fantasy series when I don't.
So you're protesting. You're standing up.
Yes.
Where was
they hitting a Tony Polanco, BG? Put some respect on it.
What? You making wheelchair jokes again? Yo, stop.
Fuck
y'all
no,
wild.
what? No, because he always protests when he don't like something. What you meant by that?
I thought because I said stand up. I explained if he's standing up.
BG, what do you think? I'm a bad guy? Come on.
Listen, y'all be throwing the wheelchair jokes around, man. Y'all
Yo,
wild.
are you seeing what I just sent to the group? The NPCs in the Starfield video were walking with their heads backwards.
That was crazy.
And that's what I said. Whoever was in charge of putting that trailer out did a terrible job.
It's crazy people even realize that.
Their heads were backwards, you said?
Yeah.
On a few NPCs. I'm gonna be real with you. I would have never noticed that. You kind of
got
got to be looking.
You got to super zoom in.
You got to look. You got to be looking hard to see that.
No, we were all watching a 1080p stream. Once people start watching the 4K stream, they'll be able to see it.
Maybe.
I'm gonna watch the 4K stream in a few.
Yeah, I was watching it. I mean, a lot of the games look better, especially Redfall, Forza, and whatnot. It looked like.
I need to look at that Redfall again. I just looked at them bugger.
I mean, we all got to be real. one, it's an open world game. Two, it's a Bethesda game. Glitches are coming. You're just gonna have to accept it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I don't care how polished people say that or how much delay is. Like there's only one developer that could put out open world games that doesn't have a lot of glitches.
Rockstar?
Yep. And even they failed with their trilogy remasters.
Yeah. So we are not going to cover Summer Game Fest tonight because we are not staying here till 10 o'clock.
We're doing it after dark.
So we will do it next week.
Or we could do it in After Dark.
I mean, okay, well that'll be up to y'all, but the questions got to be answered too. So I don't know if y'all there's gonna be time for both. So if it's not covered in After Dark, it will definitely.
They probably
be
just ask us
covered.
to weed ass again. We can cover the other shit.
It's up to y'all. But for now we gonna wrap
Read the
this
last
up.
super chats.
Yeah, do that, and then we gonna wrap this up and get on out of here and go to After Dark.
All right, last super chats of the evening. We got Blazer Star, my boy. He says, shout out to all the dick suckers from Outbreak Day 2019. I'll never forget the PlayStation and Naughty Dog apologists for not including NP in The Last of Us Part 2. Absolutely. Now they care, right, Blaze? Ain't that crazy? We got Maxi. He said, people keep forgetting Sony Visual Arts Group started this on their own. Sony had Naughty Dog come in and take over and finish it. So since so much was already done. That's also true. We got Jazzy Jefferson. He says, when Dr. Trey 81, a Nintendo fan, can tell the difference, that's when you know people are being purposely dumb for clout. He's referring to the Last of Us graphics. We got Jazzy Jefferson again. He says, Blandrew, didn't you buy Dragon Quest, 11S? Switch. Square Enix said they remade the game for Switch version.
That ain't no remake. Stop it.
Let's see. We got game, and finally we have Game Inspection. He said they turned Yakuza into a turn-based RPG, and it's regarded as one of the best Yakuza games. Devil Summoner became an action RPG with Raido, I believe that's how you pronounce it. He says, "Stop this." Raido. And Jazzy Jefferson just donated again and said, Blandrew, just admit you want Final Fantasy to be turn-based. It's okay.
We do.
Yeah,
or at least non-action RPG, like hack and slash.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Final Fantasy 16 looks dope as fuck to me.
And that's exactly where I was about to go with it. The second you get the backing of Xbox fanboys on a JRPG,
what?
I like that.
No,
Damn,
like
that's how you go. That's how you do be Blandrew.
No, I'm just saying. Whenever you see Xbox fanboys clamor and want a JRPG on their console, avoid that game at all costs. Have a nice day.
Hey, look, I put in over 250 hours into Octopath Traveler. Damn it.
Oh, yep, there you go. That game's trash.
Put some respect on.
Damn.
That's why I call that shit Octo Trash Traveler.
Damn. I can't win for losing.
I will recommend Triangle Strategy though. I'll give
very
Brand
good game.
that. That was a lot better. But Octo Trash had trash characters, trash villains, a trash story, had a good soundtrack, and it looked good. But unfortunately, when you're playing a Japanese RPG, characters and the story supersede everything else.
Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of it, man. But maybe I need to get my taste up. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta go eat though. So I'm.
You leaving
I'm
another
surprised-
After Dark Smooth? Jeez.
I'm surprised you weren't
We're in
even on the
After Dark?
podcast.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm trying to eat.
Yeah. When do you and Blandrew contribute to the After Dark?
Never.
Okay, I contributed.
Never.
Was the last time we had one? I was there.
Yeah, y'all be having topics I can't contribute to.
But they be talking about like
I'll be in this one. I just need to get my plate. But I'm like,
they be asking normal questions though, Blandrew. They be asking normal questions.
All right.
What movies you like? What games you like? Shit like that.
I'll be back in After Dark.
Is that all the super chats, Jack?
Yes. When I checked, yes, it was.
All right, so let's do these outros. Umbra, thank you for coming through, sir.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank all y'all for having me. And getting
Yes,
to know
sir.
y'all better and understanding. Like, it's not just that you're just saying negative stuff to be negative. You got a new super chat, by the way. But you feel the way you feel, and that to me matters the most. Even from Bond and whatever. I feel like
we had a
initially-
rough start, but a good finish.
Absolutely, and I know better now as to how you feel. So I know you're not just saying shit to say it, and that matters.
I've
to me.
been gaming for 33 years, man.
Well, I feel you, brother. And a lot of people I've come to
Old
find out
ass.
on Twitter, on Twitter or whatever in spaces, they argue in bad faith, and I don't care for bad faith.
Oh, Jack's about to ban you.
There we
You
go.
done? You said the trigger word.
Now you
But no,
be
I
cracking at the
feel
spaces, boy.
I feel like you just it's just I didn't understand how your point of view on things. That's all it is. But I understand better now how you see things, and same with
Hey
you, Blaine
man,
Drew.
I was the original. It's funny when I first came to YouTube in 2009. I was supporting that 360, and the PlayStation 3 was trash. But people always seem to forget that. And then when I moved over to PC full time, they're like, "Oh, you're next." I'm like, look, man, everybody's had their time at the bottom.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 was at the bottom. The Wii U was at the bottom. The Xbox One was at the bottom. There is no bias here. Everybody's got their
There you
turn
go.
at the top with the 360, with the Wii, the Switch, everybody's had their turns.
Now it's looking like everybody's golden now. Switch is solid, PS5 is solid, Xbox Series S and
True,
X
but
solid.
we don't know who's on top. But at the same time, it's too early to make that determination.
Yeah. Well,
At this point, I would say they're all at the bottom.
Well, I guess that's one way to look at it. But I'll just say this. Yeah, thank you all for having me on here. It was interesting. I always love talking games, man. So it's always welcome for me.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it, BJ. Yeah, and like you guys can find me, I got my own podcast with fellow castmates on it. It's called the Xbox Infinite Podcast. Thinking of rebranding it just to Infinite Podcast though. But
I would definitely say that as well, because when you're just an Xbox, like for example, if I were looking for a podcast, I probably wouldn't watch Xbox Infinite, PlayStation Infinite, PC, and you know what I'm
I get
saying?
you.
Like
Absolutely.
I would want something more broad than more specialized.
I definitely.
And then again, you also might want to change Infinite because Halo's giving that word some sank too.
I don't know,
Oh,
man. I
man.
loving Infinite though. But no, I feel you. But as far as that goes, yeah, you all can catch me up on that. And if you want to look me up on Twitter or whatever, and you can find me under Infinite Umbra, of course. So
All right. Appreciate you. Smooth.
All right, man. Thank you guys for another episode. Make sure you check out Game Pass. Game Pass. Yep. So it's on the channel. And I'll see you guys in the After Dark.
All right, Jack.
Hey man, good show this week. Shout out to the guests. Jiggymerch.com. Tap in, get y'all some nice summer clothing. What else we got going on? Live streams next week. I do plan on streaming the Quarry. Hopefully the motion blur don't kill me like it tried to do BG. And we out, all right? Peace.
Blandrew.
It was good to be back talking gaming with you guys. I'm working on trying to get my schedule back to where I have Sundays free again, but until that happens, I will regulate myself to special guest until that faithful day happens.
You can regulate that, keep regulating that check too.
Yeah. Hey, Bond know what he's talking about. Yes, sir.
I definitely want my cut this month. We didn't have to come in, so I'm taking that, and then I'm taking this day as well. So,
nigga, you showed up once in like the last 2 months. What do you mean?
Come start calling shots, Blandrew. What the fuck going on, man?
Calling shots.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like you
still
talk.
working. You never took a leave from your job. Well, you never
A
took a leave from your job,
leave.
BG?
I ain't never left the
This
block.
guy.
The streets love me, nigga. No, we ain't going
There
nowhere.
ain't no PTO and weapon wheel last I checked.
Yeah,
Nah, I
man.
was just on an extended leave.
And
Did my
when
week.
when people take leave, they don't go to another job. That's what you're
Now,
doing.
if you would have
That's
left for the
true.
real reason say you was retarded, we would have understood and gave you your cut. But you
Now,
looking for some other shit.
Jack, when your money got sent through, you were like, "Oh shit!" Right?
Yes, yes, sir. I was like, Blandrew, maybe Blandrew ain't needed for the no, let me fall back.
I had to look at the numbers. Like, damn, looking high this month.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Blandrew.
Shout out to Blandrew. I mean, like Mocha said, you should just become a part-time member if that's what you need.
Nah, I'm trying to come back.
I mean, we want you back, but at the same time, we don't want you messing up your real life.
Oh no, I'm not separate.
I mean, if I had to work Sundays, weapon wheel just wouldn't be a thing. That's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah, I'm working on getting a new shift, but they kind of need me where I'm at right now.
Tell them to fuck off.
Sounds like a sound plan.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All
You can
right,
ask BG for a raise, and I'll close it out. Thank you for everybody coming. Please go back to my Twitter, resubscribe at Black Bureau. I also want to wish all of our irregulars a happy irregular month. We support y'all in all your irregular activities.
Jesus Christ.
And we'll see you next week, and we'll see you on After Dark.
All right, we out. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Xbox, 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 Xbox.
Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass. Keep adding games to my backlog. They say it got no games, man. Don't know what they saying. I just think they hating. Stuck on that PlayStation. Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. It has 300 plus for only $15. Bug stacks, Hades, even Among Us. 120 frames on that Psycho Nuts. Got games, niche games like Cluster Truck. No space on that SSD. No space. Day one on that MLB. Them ponies pay 70. Can't believe the money that is saving me. It got Halo, Fable, and a little indie game called Sable. Man, I'm thankful that I'm able to put food on the table with Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass. Keep adding games to my backlog. They say it got no games, man. Don't know what they saying. I just think they hating. Stuck on that PlayStation. Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Hey yo, we eating good, like Garfield. Backlog full of battlefields, and I can't wait for that Starfield. Game Pass, such a deal. And we got that Call of Duty, mix that in with Trek to Yomi. Will not have no time for booty, trying to start that zombie army. And I hardly spent a dime. So many games and not enough time. We got Forza, Motorsport, Deathloop, and Elder Scrolls, Redfall, Avowed, Hellblade, and Somerville. Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass. Keep adding games to my backlog. They say it got no games, man. Don't know what they saying. I just think they hating. Stuck on that PlayStation. Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox.
If you're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship